Back. So sorry. So sorry. What ended up happening is, well, I'm watching this show and it was so freaking good. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? There's no freaking way. You can no longer battle. Dude, that's so whack. That is so... I don't understand. I used to be able to battle. Oh, that's bad, dude. That's bad. Oh, shit. We didn't plan that.
Honnêtement, là, c'était ce petit gros porc frais là, l'autre bord, le petit gros jambon là. Fermez-y sa calisse de gueule, je veux plus l'entendre. Merci parapluie, merci.
Okay, so now I don't have a choice.
Merci Mélanie. Merci DL. Merci toutes les tapoteurs.
That's kind of shitty. I was watching this show and I wanted to go back. It is 9 o'clock.
Je veux pas l'entendre de la fucking game, man.
Well, it's 9:20.
À partir de 4 minutes 30, on a le score en haut de lui. On y pète ça dans le front, puis on le décalisse. Je veux pas l'entendre. Il va pas nous péter toute la soirée avec sa crise de tête ovale, lui, l'autre bord.
OK.
On ferme son bec.
Écoute-moi, ça fait 10 minutes que t'essayes de mettre ton beat, puis en 10 minutes, on n'a même pas réussi à le finir, ton beat, tellement que t'es pas bon. T'as rendu compte, Big? Fait que gros, mon petit faux, hey, mon petit rappeur à côté.
5, 4.
Tu vois bien que ta musique est de la merde? C'est quoi ton petit nom de rap, là? Ton petit nom de rappeur, là? Lui qui me fait des fingers derrière? Hein? C'est quoi t'as dit?
Mon nom, Angry Sam.
Oh, c'est pas bon. Big, c'est connu sur quelle plateforme, ça? Sur Wish? Sur quoi, Big? C'est connu où?
Non, sur tout.
Yeah, the show is really good.
Sur tout, Big, j'ai jamais...
T'as plus le droit de parler, mon gars.
So I don't think we're able to do... We used to be able to do them until 12.
Explicit Record.
Explicit Record, tu connais tout ça? Non, sûrement pas, parce que toi, la seule affaire d'explicite que tu fais, c'est d'envoyer ton pénis à des mineurs. Bon.
Oui, Darcy! Asti,
Good.
Non, jamais entendu. Il se prend pour un rappeur, ça l'est pas. Jamais entendu. Sur tes murs, sûrement que je l'ai entendu. Oh, personne ne te connaît. C'est comme un Danick Bouchard, mais encore moins connu. Gang tapotage rose, comme vous comprenez, ceux qui viennent de rentrer, le plus petit corps n'a pas le droit de parler. Faut garder le corps le plus haut au bord d'ensemble.
One.
Tristan, je vais te remettre.
Tristan, non. C'est cool, c'est toi, il t'a ôté de modo parce qu'il s'en colle, ça, les... Le Bouchard, l'autre bord, oui. Le gars a une moyenne de 6000
I don't understand.
Son tabarnak, Alexis, jeu. T'es un boss, toi, mon homme, dans le fond, là. Tu gères la musique, toi, là.
Autant que j'arrête ta femme s'il était dans son lit.
Demande au rappeur s'il se fait sécher les dents.
Watching a really good show.
Ok, papa, on te remet ton x5 dans le x3. Patrick, tu gardes tes deux fois. Tu gardes ta brume, ton x5. Tu mettras la brume, Patrick, ouais.
Un donut, gang!
Merci, thank you. Toi, fan ta gueule, tu peux pas parler, il manque 100 points de BS. Demanderas au rappeur qui fait bien des views, qui doit faire bien de l'argent avec sa musique de t'auto-guiter un peu.
OK.
Là, tu peux parler. Vas-y, let's go! Vas-y, let's...
Sorry. Dans le building.
OK, that's perfect.
Ferme-la ta gueule! OK. Dépêche, on peut plus parler.
Alors, en gros, tu parles pas...
I'm so surprised.
Tu penses sincèrement que toi, tu vas être capable de nous accoter, nous autres, avec toutes les personnes avec
oui, ok, tu peux plus parler. Tu te fais tout. Oui, je t'accote n'importe quand. Je t'accote au mur, je t'accote dans le garde-robe, je t'accote... tu comprends, Big? Je t'accote partout, Big. Hey, le gros gars, il te faut un bébé lion si tu veux parler. Fait que ferme ta gueule.
Veux-tu qu'on vienne te voir?
Let's go, esti! Tout le monde! Il a même pas été capable de faire une calice de phrases encore. Non, man, esti! Qu'est-ce que c'est cave? On est 300, là. Faut aller chercher 100 personnes de plus pour être 400. We are liquid, esti! Let's go, big boy! Big, vous allez faire quoi, mes esti de bien-être? Vous allez sortir un autre beat à 1000 vues, quoi? Il donne pour le follow, man. Garde-le pour le prochain papa, finalement, à moins que ça pète de l'autre bord. Ah ouais, mets pas ton x5 papa, on garde pour le prochain. Ils mettront pas un bébé lion, ils sont même trop pauvres à côté. Hey, l'objectif à chaque soirée qu'on te tombe dessus, c'est le premier qui reçoit 3 bébés lions qu'on voit la team la plus riche. Fait que let's go.
C'est ça qui appelle du contenu, lui.
Ah, du contenu, en tout cas, le contenu est supporté plus que le tien, quoi.
Parce que toi, tu le fais pour le cage, c'est le cage.
Moi, je le fais pour le show. Avant d'être sur TikTok, je faisais des lives pendant 3 ans de temps sur Facebook. Ça rapporte rien, Facebook. Moi, quand je suis arrivé ici, le monde le savait que je le faisais pour le show en partant. Hey, on est bientôt 300, guys. On continue à tapoter. Là, il faut aller chercher le 100 000 likes, guys. 100 000 likes. Hey, le gros gars, t'es combien de ton bord? Mets-moi les parce que tu peux pas parler. Hey, mon Nick, tu m'as même pas dit salut. Tu viens faire le fou. Comment tu vas, mon Nick, man? Ok, puis Max fait pas ça pour l'argent, peut-être. Ah, d'après moi aussi, man, on se le fait.
Le live, j'ai envie de chier. Ok.
Je reviens, mon chum de gars va animer le live pendant que je vais aux toilettes.
Hey, gros, il peut pas plus ouvrir sa gueule. Il fera pas plus de points parce que c'est lui devant l'écran. Gros, c'est pas un rappeur, mec. Ok, gars, ils sont 500 l'autre bord, on est 300. On est 800 au total dans le live. Ils sont 500, on est 300. Faut aller chercher les 400 personnes maintenant, guys. Hey, gros, ta tête a fait gros tasse là, tu vas perdre des points, bébé. Je te dis, c'est même pas possible d'en perdre, mais vu que ta tête est là, je te jure que tu peux en perdre. Toi, c'est quoi la dernière drogue que t'as consommée dans ta vie, juste comme ça? Hein?
Lyrica.
Non! Mais non!
Let's go! Montez ça, let's go!
Let's go!
C'est la première fois que je fais ça.
Il se barrait de
Allez vous abonner, Angry Sam, Spotify, toutes les plateformes.
MVP, mon Patrick, MVP, mon Nick, mon Darcy, mon Jojo, mon Backwet, mon Frank, Harley, Joker, Prince. Hey, là, t'as ton truc va être tout énervé parce qu'il a gagné.
Let's go, comme ça à drap.
Ah, Max, il doit être allé faire un
Merci à tout le monde, merci vraiment à tout le monde. Tu veux faire un match? Ok, let's go.
Tu sais-tu comment accepter ça, quoi?
Hein?
Hey, t'as de l'air amoureux déjà de moi et toi, là. T'as de l'air réservé, t'as de l'air c'est épine, mon homme.
C'est épine?
Ah ouais, t'as de l'air les tatons allumés un peu. L'Italie, c'est une gang, on y fait les gosses juste pour ça, man. Gang, t'as fait tout dans l'écran, à 4 minutes et demie, le plus petit corps n'a pas le droit de parler, guys. Fait que je veux que tout le monde donne leurs 3 points en tapant 5-6 fois dans l'écran, c'est gratuit, s'il vous plaît, man. C'est ce qui fait donner avoir des points gratuitement. Pas pour le classement, mais pour farmer sa crise de gueule bien compris.
Ok, moi puis lui, on fait un feat. Ok, j'ai mis un défi de faire un feat. Montez ça, puis moi puis lui, on fait un feat ensemble. Ok?
Bon, je sais, mon Joker, on le fait, man.
Le jeu!
C'est un cap, fais pas ça!
On va voir c'est qui est le meilleur, c'est-tu. Let's go, montez ça.
Bad quit! Gros, tu vas monter quoi,
All last night we got talk.
Tout le monde sait pas comment ça marche, TikTok, mais c'est pas fait pour les faibles. Je te jure qu'après à soir, tu pourras plus revenir, bébé.
Wow.
Guys, on garde le score le plus haut. Déjà, c'est clair.
We put it here. That way I can, because the other one I have more.
Gang, ça prend des roses pour un x5, tout le monde. Gang, ça prend des roses pour un x5, tout le monde. Pour un x3, tout le monde ensemble. Tout le monde ensemble. T'as avec Max Boy, le mec. Tout le monde ensemble. T'as avec Max Boy, le mec. Max Boy, le mec. Vous êtes des débiles. Gang, ça prend des roses. Merci, Bad Quet, tu vas l'apprécier, gros Chris de là. Gang, prenez vos cœurs d'équipe, c'est pas fait la team. On est rendu quasiment aux 50 000 likes. On continue à devenir pour les 100 000 maintenant, s'il vous plaît. On s'en va chercher le x3, gang. On pourra plus parler, faites attendre.
Quoi? Non, ok, on est en haut des autres.
Ok, comme ça coupe, on est égalité le câble.
Parce que je connais pas TikTok, le câble. Je le connais pas, je connais même pas. Toi,
Oh,
tu
Jojo, ferme ta gueule.
Wow.
De chier dans la bouche de.
Wow.
Le prends, gros, t'es comme une marionnette, là, gros, t'as compris? Chris, son divan, les springs seront pas scrap. Quoi, qu'est-ce que tu dis, même, le cowboy? Merci, Bad Quet. Gang, x3, tout le monde ensemble, on laisse pas le droit de parler. Tout le monde, merci.
Good.
Tout le monde ensemble. Everybody, on est
I'll make some
200
space. I'll make some space.
Ils sont 500 au côté. Pourquoi? Parce qu'ici, on est des vraies personnes. Le plus petit corps, on pas le droit de parler. Guys, fendez-moi le faux rapport au gros vrai à côté.
Wow.
Hey, mets-lui ton x5, papa. Du coup, mon Bien, il a fini de s'auto-gifter un peu, là.
À toi, la gang, fermez-y sa grande crise de gueule. C'est qui qui t'a
Oui,
gifté?
tu peux pas ouvrir ta gueule, PD. Oui,
Wow,
comme,
wow,
c'était
wow,
tout le
wow.
monde, 5 secondes de x3. Puis là, il va falloir mettre le... OK. Papa, mets-nous le x5 à 28. T'en as un x5, mon beau? À 28 secondes de la fin, mon boy. Tu sais, tabarnak, il a repris du poids vite. Tu sais,
Thank you, biscuit.
il t'a allé chier, t'es censé en perdre, finalement, lui, il l'a pris.
Thank you, biscuit, pour vrai. Shout out, mon gars. Gros merci.
Gros merci, big.
Tapotage rose en équipe.
x5.
Okay, go.
T'as un x5 par pauvre?
C'est sûr, ça a pété, biscuit de connaissance. Salut, Daisy.
Tabarnak, mange pas trop de biscuits, ah non, le gros gars.
Lui, de sa grise de grand gueule, il peut-tu la fermer? Y a quelqu'un qui peut me la
C'est
fermer?
toi qui a moins de points, ferme-la! T'aimerais ça, toi, c'est pas le fermer avec ma gueule que tu veux.
C'est là 30 secondes ton
Mais
x5.
toi, la petite pédale, même là, pis te ferme la Tu comprends à un moment donné qu'il faut que tu t'affermes le gros parce que ta team, c'est de la petite merde.
Soyez, moi, ton chum de gars, on se pose une question.
Ferme ta gueule, tu peux pas en parler, t'es donc bien retardé.
Veux-tu qu'on vienne te voir?
Gros, n'importe quel gros, je te prépare un craft dinner, big. Oh, tu vas même avoir le droit d'une petite crise de bière restée à ta main.
Well, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work out a little bit.
Tout le monde ensemble, donnez-y un peu. On va y redemander, donnez-y un peu. En mieux, un bol, ça sera pas.
On vient de faire une petite visite?
Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. You're doing well, so having a wonderful day. Welcome to the second part of our treadmill. We're on a treadmill for the apartment. Gonna do some. You're gonna have some radio show. It's a really, really good radio show. Sorry for the part one. I couldn't see the screen because I was recording some gameplay. Now I do have the tower on. The tower I do not need to press the screen, so I'll be able to do it. We're gonna put the chrono to 10 minutes because I'm gonna do it another time. So the goal is to do this one, and after that, what I'll do is I'll go on later on, a lot later on, and we'll do a full stream of Nikke, which is a game that I like playing, and we'll be on the treadmill. So enjoy. Shit, the phone is gonna be hot. I forgot how hot it gets. This one. Shit, already. Fuck. God damn it. Shit, it won't work. It won't work. It's gonna be so hot. It's gonna be way too hot. Fuck's sakes. We'll go a bit faster because now I don't have to focus on it. So once again, not too much. The camera is okay? It's nice because we have a little show going on. I don't want to lose my pants because they're a bit It's funny because I'm listening to a show in French and I'm talking to you in English. It's really good drama. So those are two garbage people, two assholes that are insulting each other. hear it a little bit, huh? Not too fast. So you have the calorie loss. You have the speed. Good. You have the timer. I'm just a bit afraid for the temperature of the phone. Even if I told you the speed here, wouldn't change anything because every single machine is different, right? Ooh. Good. Good, because I thought it was gonna close before that. Crazy. It's funny because there's two assholes insulting each other. Like they're both trash people. It's not too loud, huh? I have to think about my neighbors. We're already halfway there. Fuck. They changed shirt. Not have a choice. See?
Mimi, merci pour le follow, super apprécié, gang. Le monde qui prend le temps de s'abonner. On est à quoi?
Il live dans sa salle
Il
de
nous
bain.
Il nous manque 300 abonnés ce soir pour les 5000. L'objectif, c'est de pogner les 5000 ce soir, guys. Fait qu'abonnez-vous tous si vous n'êtes pas abonnés.
Reste pas, gang, je le mute, je m'en calisse, pétez à gueule, je veux même pas. Genre, on le décalisse, le but c'est de péter Choya à soir. Je me calisse de ce qu'il va dire, je me calisse de ce qu'il pense. Notre but à nous autres, c'est d'encourager la gang ici. On va vous encourager, on les encourage, gang, ils sont avec nous autres, on met du beat, on est de bonne humeur, je veux juste qu'on y pète le cul, gang. Let's fucking go, je vais parler pareil, je m'en calisse, tu parles depuis tantôt, toi le cave, mange la merde. Let's go, gang, on l'éclate.
Un gros putain de chaleur de Daya.
On met notre beat, on met notre beat, on va le faire écouter à tout le monde, notre beat. Let's go, Max! Guys, on va vous mettre notre beat juste pour vous autres. On va là du début. Ok, fais pause. On repart là du début? Non! Ok, guys, pour ceux qui connaissent pas le contexte, Chaillé, il a jeté un de ses bébés dans les poubelles. Fait que là, son bébé, il y a comme un message pour lui à 30 secondes au début. Fait qu'écoutez bien la chanson qui suit, ça c'est un 10 sur Chaillé. On y va.
Good.
Où es-tu, papa? Pourquoi m'as-tu mis dans une boîte?
Dark Sky feat Angry Sam, diss track, yo. Hey yo, j'avais promis d'en faire une sur toi. La v'là.
Elle est là, Chaillé.
Ça c'est pour toi. T'es-tu prêt, mon gars? Hey yo. Avec ta face de raté, t'as pas vraiment besoin de moi pour te ridiculiser sur les réseaux. Chaque fois que tu pars ton live, c'est pour aider les autres, mais juste à face d'une face, trouve-moi la faute. Tu te rends pas compte comment les gens s'en crissent de toi, pour vrai, ça peut-être temps.
Tu t'en rends compte?
Tes donateurs sont tannés de toujours se faire quitter, fait que fais juste la fermer et passe à autre chose. Tu sais que c'est pas fait pour toi et tu devrais juste quitter des histoires d'enfants.
Est-ce gréement?
T'arranges vraiment pour te faire ramasser quelque part, tu sais, jamais trop tard, reste grément. Fait que si je te touche, je te
J'aimerais ma crise de grand gueule avant de finir tout seul dans le noir.
dans une
Valise de char quelque part entre Montréal et chez Monsieur Bouchard.
Pendant que tu m'as dit ton ex, mon crise de grave. Ça a l'air que tu trousses des mineurs, on te fait pas de mal. Parce que tu fais rien que parler derrière ton écran. À ça, je fais le lien entre mon bois et puis tes dames. Tu fais des amours et comme ça, la scène au gars. T'es matrié, t'es un corps pendant tu l'as de sang. T'aimes ça guetter des gens qui ont aucun fucking cash. Les abonnés qui étaient dans le barrage juste pour te cash. C'est des gens qui ont aucun fucking respect. Tout le monde comme toi, jamais ça va finir par être vrai. Même tous tes abonnés savent que tu veux juste fuck tes jeunes. Même si t'essaies de te cacher en dessous, grâce à ta fashion. Pourquoi tu te sens les autres juste pour vouloir leur vie?
That's not really good.
Qui fait le plus de bruit? La femme dans ta gueule, la bande de bouche comme une larme. On aime mieux être que de faire affaire avec une marde.
Maxime, merci Tristina.
Dans un beau mot doux, je te dis ça comme ça. Ah, j'aime ça entendre ça, Big Fou, man, c'est ce que j'ai de besoin. Mais on bloque vraiment personne, puis on mute le monde. Seulement le monde qui dit, j'en suicide-toi, tire-toi une balle, crisse-toi en bas de... Qu'est-ce que le cowboy, tabarnak, mon gars? Attends, j'ai 30 modos, mais gros, il y en a, faut que je supprime.
Il est venu, laisse faire.
Arrête de mettre des tomates dans son chat. Ok, gros, là, respecte le mute challenge, mon câble, là.
Paraît que t'as battu ton ex, mon crise de cave.
Yo, j'étais.
Il respecte pas son mute, c'est un épais, ça. On va le muter en attendant. Là, je m'en vais te faire une place de modo, mon big, directement. Regarde ton live. Je sais pas c'est qui ça, là. Je vois un nom, man, mais qui est comme avec plus de photos. Qui qu'on devrait ôter, man? Je sais pas, man. Est-ce que vite fait de même sur le side? Ben, Kevin, il est pas assez là, là. Tu sais, mon cowboy, ajouter modérateur. Oh, t'es un boss maintenant, si tu...
Hey, ok, gang. Si on gagne la game, Chaillé, faut qu'il fasse un diss track sur nous autres.
Ah ouais.
Il le fera jamais, y'a rien. Y'a rien à dire, Chaillé. Ben non, gang. On le peut-tu le faire? On vous a fait entendre le beat encore en exclusivité, là. On mérite une victoire, gang, là. Y'en a deux sur nous autres. Let's get it. Let's get it, gang. On te le fait.
Big, t'es pas capable. Vous avez pas de monde à soir. T'es un BS, le gros. Le monde te regarde avec ton couple.
Chaillé, j'ai une question pour toi.
Bon, c'est mieux de pas concerner mon chien. J'ai un gant qui va disparaître bientôt. Tu me mettras dans le x3, mon Skyway.
Lâche pas ton chien.
Bon.
Je te mets au défi d'écrire un diss track sur nous autres, ouais.
Ok, mais moi, je suis pas rappeur. Fait que d'ici 2 semaines, ça va être fait, genre.
C'est qui va se produire, mon vieux?
C'est moi de filmer quand tu fais ça, mon débile! C'est un malade mental, le gars!
Je m'appelle chugger, j'aime bien ça, chugger, de la chelada dans la chambre de bain d'en bas.
C'est sûr que ça va même.
Avec ma grosse bedaine, j'en ai pour 500 livres à brosser à gauche puis à droite, je sais pas trop quoi. Attends,
Quand tu Hugo, tu me mettras le x5 à 30 secondes du x3, mon boy.
Pétez-les, man.
Let's go, guys. Dans 30 secondes du x3. Gang, c'est quand vous mettez... Ah, c'est le mis de suite. x3.
Wow.
C'est quand elle va sortir
c'est
du
qui qui
Spotify?
parle, demain?
Pas de suite. Elle sort pas de suite pour le faire.
Y a-tu un chat de poignet quelque part?
Shot mais quelque part,
C'est lui qui miaulait? Ah, ok.
Avec son chum, hein? Il était avec son chum. Ils vont ensemble. Tout le monde.
On remet-tu notre beat et notre shot, quoi? Voulez-vous qu'on la remette, gang, notre chanson?
Non.
On la remet-tu, gang? Voulez-vous la entendre? Oui. Il y en a un qui dit non. Go, yeah, oui.
L'autre à côté, il y en a qui disent non, je pense que c'est pas bon. Tu te rends pas compte que...
Ok, repars là. Oh, on recommence.
Pourquoi m'as-tu mis dans une boîte?
Dark Sky pis Angry Sam, diss track, yo.
Hey, yo!
J'avais promis d'en faire un.
Yo!
Lave-la. Check ça.
Chelada!
C'est pour toi. T'es-tu prêt, mon gars? Hey, yo.
Avec ta face de raté, t'as pas vraiment besoin de moi pour te ridiculiser sur les réseaux.
Chaque fois que tu pars ton live, c'est pour rire des autres, mais juste à face d'une face.
Pour moi la faute,
Tu te rends pas compte comment les gens s'en crissent de toi. Pour vrai, c'est peut-être temps.
tu t'en rends compte?
Tes donateurs sont tannés de toujours se faire quitter. Fait que juste à fermer, passe à autre chose. Tu sais quoi, tu vas faire?
Tu vas me chanter en live?
Tu devrais juste quitter avec des histoires d'enfants.
Est-ce que tu te fendant? Ouais, on a créé ça, mon bébé.
Quelque part, tu sais, il est jamais trop tard, reste gréement. Fait que si je te couche, je fermerais ma crise de grand gueule avant de finir tout
Il est
seul.
dans le noir.
Dans une valise de char, quelque part à Montréal, chez Monsieur Bouchard. Il paraît que t'as battu ton ex, mon crise de cœur. Pis ça a l'air que tu causes des mineurs, on te fait pas de faire. Parce que tu fais rien que parler derrière ton écran. À ça, je fais un lien entre ton poing et puis mes dents. Tu fais des arnaques et t'aimes ça l'harcèlement, mon gars. T'es menté, ton regard fondant, tu l'as dans le sang. Tu t'aimes ça qu'aider des gens qui ont que de cash. Tes abonnés inquiètent à leurs parents juste pour te clash. Parce que c'est des gens qui ont que motherfucking respect. Tu montres que jamais ça va finir par être vrai. Même des abonnés, ça satisfait, je suis pas jeune. Même si ça te va te cacher, on suit dans la fashion. Pour faire tout ça, des autres pour que l'on t'en vie. Entre nous trois, tu sais, c'est qui fait le plus de bruit. La femme ton taille avant de bullshit comme une larve. On a mieux être seul que faire affaire avec une marde. De son
C'est bien
bon
mauvais. C'est bien mauvais.
Parce que Charlie, il sait que si je veux, je peux le péter, le rendre dessous. Mais gros, essaye-toi, man. Tu vas le ravoir ton boss, mon gars. Montre-nous qu'est-ce que t'es pas contre moi, man. Mais gros, tu veux-tu faire un vrai mute? Tu veux-tu fermer ta gueule pour de vrai à un moment donné, Big?
Ouais.
Oh, c'est-tu le cowboy? C'est ça, je te dis, c'est un débile, gros! Abonnez-vous, c'est un nouveau modo, guys. Il y a 2331 abonnés. On va le chercher, c'est 2350 abonnés, guys.
Ok, là, les estis de tomates, gang, si vous bloquez ça, là. Je t'en manque.
Let's go, guys! On fait encore des tomates! Ces modos vont commencer à bloquer tout plein de vrais boss ici, t'es-tu? Ah ouais, faites des tomates au bord encore, guys. Partagez le live à d'autres nouvelles personnes pour qu'elles fassent des tomates. Tu vois comment que le monde aime ton beat, Big? C'est de la grosse crise de merde. Tu serais au Centre Bell, t'aurais plein de tomates, mon homme.
Mais encore, les moi, c'est la première fois que je faisais ça.
Des gros rêves ici.
Ah, moi, j'ai reçu une tomate ici d'un épais. Gang, 50 points pour un x3. On n'oublie pas, si vous pitchez un bébé lion et plus, vous me dites de filmer, s'il vous plaît, que je mette ça dans mes stories. Comme ça, quand je mets ça en story, puis le monde sont motivés de venir nous supporter. Merci. Merci, Babouette. Merci, Nick.
Allez voir chez eux,
Derrière les tomates.
La cloche et l'idiot. Ouais, c'est comme la cloche et l'idiot, ouais, tu sais, donc.
J'ai comme si t'aurais pas de tomates charriées, je peux-tu être modo? Pétez-moi les, gang, là! Pétez-moi les, calices!
Bon, on va chercher. Oh my god, mais
Ton frère qui peut toujours les gagner de même, là, on le pétait de jour en jour, là, c'est lui qui nous...
let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Hey, il va se pencher parce qu'on le pète à soir, quoi. On l'a pété hier, on le pète à soir. On va se reprendre une fois 3, guys. Tous vos cadeaux. Il reste bonne. Gros, ta team a pas d'équipe pour péter les wins.
Ta team a pas d'équipe, tu comprends ça? Ta team a pas d'équipe. Une team, c'est une équipe. Tu vois comment elle est
Gros, j'ai déjà quasiment une 6 de but, là. Je m'en viens un peu. Ouh là 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 là! Guys, on lâche pas. Fois 3, guys. On fait attention pour pas se faire péter nos wins. On va chercher le ranking avant lui, on est à 14K du rig.
Il a pété 14 wins dans la face l'autre soir. Ah oui.
Ok, mais j'étais à 11 wins de le faire, big, attends.
C'est parce que là, on est mercredi, le monde sont couchés, big. Le jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Je sais pas.
Mercredi, big, ça soir, la paye, le câble. Le monde. Nick avec une baleine! Nick avec la baleine!
Elle rentre le jeudi, elle rentre pas le mercredi.
Ça rentre le mercredi soir, le cave. Ça paraît que tu travailles jamais, big.
Ça rentre le jeudi, matin.
Ça rentre le mercredi soir, big.
Ça rentre le jeudi.
Hey, gros, je suis payé le mercredi soir, femme ta gueule, le cave. Moi, j'en ai une paye qui rentre. Je suis payé le mercredi soir, le cave. Gang, vous êtes payé le jeudi ou le mercredi? Dites-moi ça dans le chat.
Méchant Chris de cocombe.
Moi, je suis payé le mercredi soir. Moi, le rentrée ce soir. Hey, c'est ça, man. Moi, le rentrée ce soir, mercredi, jeudi à minuit, mercredi soir, mercredi soir, mercredi soir, mercredi soir. Tout le monde, c'est le mercredi soir, le cave. C'est un cours sanguin. La mienne, elle rentre genre à 10h, 10h30 de câble. Hey, tu travailles pas! Ah, mais gros, tu travailles pas, pourquoi j'en reçois une paye? Au moins, c'est pas un cachalot qui s'est échoué. Ah! C'est drôle, Cowboy, il est drôle, gars. Ça va être un débile avec des autres. Abonnez-vous tout à Cowboy et à Nick. Les deux meilleurs buts ici, s'il vous plaît, man.
Écoute, on finit ce battle-là, puis on s'en vient de dire coucou, OK?
Ça a l'air, Lily puis Lily. Ah, attends, quoi? Ça a l'air, puis Lily sont encore en forme à soir.
Hey! Charrier!
Quoi?
On finit ce match-là, puis après ça, moi puis mon ami, on s'en vient te rendre visite. C'est bon, ça?
On s'en vient quoi?
On va venir te voir.
Venez me voir. Tu vas venir quoi, me changer le bat?
On va venir jaser un petit peu.
Jaser, moi, je t'ai fait sucer mon pénis. Ça rentre juste le premier du mois. Prépare un 18 roues de craft dinner. Ouais, tout de suite, man, esti.
Même pas vrai, si tu menteur, tu vas voir. Pas game. Pas game.
Il a rentré le premier du mois. On attend l'autre game.
Toute ta route. Non, le réseau ne pognera pas.
On attend l'autre game, man. On attend le next rank game, gang.
Non,
Ah
je
oui,
vais y aller.
reste en live, esti. Reste en live, là.
Partage de rédaction? La vieille. Ça fait quelque longtemps.
Let's go.
Ben lui, il s'imagine qu'il y a personne qui a les couilles d'y aller. Je te dis, je vais aller le voir.
Abonnez-vous, let's go.
Ouais, on va aller le voir.
Il passera pas dans la porte, ah, ça c'est sûr.
On va aller le voir, guys. On va aller le voir. Mais on va aller le voir. On va y aller.
Let's go.
Es-tu prêt à charrier? Prépare-toi parce qu'on s'en vient de rendre
On est
visite.
tous bons. Pourquoi il s'est poussé? Il est donc bien sans dessin, esti. On lui a dit de rester en live. Il est donc bien cave, esti. Non, il avait peur de se faire fendre, Big. C'était un sans dessin, Big. Ah, c'est un épais, là, de s'être poussé comme ça, là. Allez, dire, gros, là, de venir d'envoyer sa demande d'ici, là. Il était tanné de perdre. Ah, c'est sûr, c'est un cave. Allez dire à Meggy qui s'en vient d'ici. Allez dire à Meggy que je l'attends. Allez dire à Mick Craquette que Charlie l'attend. Ah, c'est un épais d'avoir fermé ça, man. Est-ce que vous criez de vous autres? Vous criez de vous autres, est-ce que il s'en vient. Mais c'est facile de dire qu'il s'en vient. Il sait même pas où il s'en va. Vous êtes épais. Allez dire à Meggy de s'en venir, guys. Est-ce que on est trop... Gros, toute sa squad s'en vient. Let's go. Allez dire à Meggy que je suis prêt, guys. On s'en va fendre les trous de cul en attendant. Il est ici, mais il veut pas être en live. Est-ce qu'il était épais, gros? Viens en live, est-ce au moins, sacrément. Arrête de faire ça. C'est apprécié, guys. L'objectif, c'est les 5000 abonnés ce soir. Il en manque 260. 200. Allez dire à Meggy, guys, que Charrier veut le battle, là. C'est possible? Désolé, man. Ouf. Ça sonnait pas propre. Ça sonnait pas propre. Allez dire à Meggy que je l'attends, man. Go, me. Let's go, esti. Oh, très dans les gars. Allez dire à Meggy, guys. Ça doit être abonné seulement sur le crise de chat. Ah oui, allez, quelqu'un, allez, vous abonner à son étoile, ou quelqu'un qui est abonné à son étoile, allez dire Charrier veut battle. Allez spammer Charrier veut battle. Allez spammer ça dans son chat, tout le monde, à Meggy. J'ai une sale envie de pipi en attendant. Allez dire à Meggy, Choyer veut battle, guys. Puis tapoter, on va chercher les 100 000 likes, s'il vous plaît.
This is very new for us. Once again, 265
Je serais de conseil de garde par paquet, t'es calme. Ce sont tous mes
Un petit pipi gêné, tabarnak. Je sais que c'est sur le bord, hein. Gang, allez spammer à Meggy qui joue le battle, esti, on est 400. Faudrait que 2-3 personnes prennent son crise de cœur d'équipe, là. Pas son cœur d'équipe, son crise d'étoile, puis ils disent parce que lui c'est un BS. Il est en abonnement, ouais, c'est ça, faudrait que vous le pogniez, man. Prenez son abonnement, man, 2-3 personnes qui allaient dire Choyer veut battle.
C'est ça la gang, là, regarde, c'est ça.
Cool! Allez dire à mec croquette que je l'attends, c'est un sacrement. Il reste quelques secondes. 25 secondes. Hey, t'attends-tu que ça like est dans mon chat, là? Allume ça, si tu viens t'en au moins en live, là, Big. Au moins en live, Big, là. Meggy a du power, il fait des games à 3-4 000 live, là. Allez dire à Meggy de s'en venir, là, il a fini son match.
Tout le monde ensemble.
Allez dire à Meggy de s'en venir.
Let's go, gang. Bon sniper, c'est ça.
There you go.
That's it, that's it. Hey, mais faut sniper là. Ok, gang, on
Nice,
snipe.
perfect, nice.
Allez dire à Meggy de s'en venir, esti.
I know the way I'm looking with the pen. Am I honest? Yes, you can see me well.
Il manquait 30 pouces, tout le monde avait ta
I
photo.
know exactly.
Allez dire à Meggy de s'en venir, veux-tu match? J'aurai pas de suite biscuit man, jeune d'allumer, ça fait pas longtemps.
Le zoo à Paris, Santo, Robert, Mélanie, des
Hey,
une game de même, c'est quasiment
And check out
ça.
the
Ah, c'était nice pour vrai, ça. Chris, man, n'importe quand,
yeah, you
Mickey,
see
moi.
pretty well.
Là,
It's a
abonnez-vous
bit
mon
far,
chat,
but
Mickey,
what can I do?
abonnez-vous à ça.
So then
Allez spammer à bon niveau les crises d'étoiles à Meggy, 2-3 personnes.
Tous les games, puis
Puis allez lui dire de s'en venir ici.
n'importe quand, mon chat. Moi, je t'abonne avant qu'on y aille.
Let's go! Let's go!
So there'll be at two.
Il est censé s'en... Ben pas s'en venir, mais il est censé quitter le petit câble dans qui est dans la zone, là.
Speed.
Fait qu'il s'en... Il va être libre là.
You see the time,
Bon.
you see the miles,
Es-tu libre?
you see the calories.
Ah, il est là. On lui pète la gueule. Pète la gueule. Gros, t'as 140 personnes, on est 450, j'espère que t'es prête, pédale. Bon, let's go, prends ça, moi j'ai pas le temps de niaiser, j'ai 4 wins pis j'en fais 6 sur ton dos. Une équipe, t'as pas le temps à savoir c'est quoi, on va te montrer c'est quoi, man. Fait que là, à 4 minutes et demie, le plus petit corps, ferme sa gueule, t'as comprends-tu, Big? Ouais, mon épais. On est 436, tu vas faire quoi, ma grosse pédale, avec 140 personnes de ton côté? Commence à parler parce que dans 4 secondes, tu pourras plus dire. Hey, on va te faire dans 2. Parfait, mon homme, c'était ça ta phrase du jour. Bon, à ce temps, il peut plus parler de ta gueule, pédale.
With Chanel,
Connais-tu le cowboy?
it's better.
Connais-tu Gigi? Connais-tu Nick? J'espère qu'ils vont se présenter. On est 450, il y a du monde en tabarnak, guys. On va chercher les 100 000 likes, tout le monde, s'il vous plaît. C'est tout ce que je vous demande, man. Let's go! Let's go! Au tout, je drop. Bon, ok, après, t'es plus disponible, mon boy. Ben go, fais l'idée comme tu veux, mon boy, man. Gold-toi, mon big. Gold-toi, esti. Let's go, guys. Tapotage, ça prend des roses. On pourra plus parler dans pas long. Il augmente le score. On pourra vraiment plus parler bientôt, guys. Let's do it, tout le monde ensemble, la famille. Tapotez, donnez vos 3 points, prenez vos cœurs d'équipe, des petits troncs sur le 5 pour activer un x3. On a-tu quelqu'un qui a un x5? Dites-moi ça dans le chat si vous avez un
Figure out
x5.
something better to do. Right?
Biscuit, c'est le temps de lancer ton premier lion. Il dit ça à Gigi. Ferme ta gueule, pédale. Je pense que c'est très bien joué. lui. On est 160, guys. On drill. Merci, Lo. Esti. Oh! Oh, vas-tu être capable d'activer le x3, ma pédale? C'est trop pour toi. Tiens, on pourra plus parler, il y en a pas long. Ils sont à 2 donuts de nous autres. 4 personnes seulement avec une rose.
Already a third of it.
Ah ouais, le cookie, vends-moi les dons. Donne-moi l'envie de revenir de bateau. Encore toi avec la galaxie, Chris, esti. Il a même pas entendu le x3, let's go! Le plus petit corps n'a pas le droit de parler, on est 445. Tout le monde ensemble dans le building. Il faut le ping. 5 de Gigi, hostie! Let's go! Fois 3, fois 5, fois 3, fois 5.
Ferme ta gueule. Guys, let's go, tout est fois 3, le peu de tabarnak, on s'en calisse de son gaga, on le fait en deux. On le fait en deux, t'as-tu compris? On le fait en deux.
See, you can feel the
Let's
end.
go! Oui, Nick! Ferme ta gueule, pédale!
Merci Geneviève, guys, tout va.
Gigi, l'interstellaire! Tabarnak, c'est ça le tout, mon gars, let's go! Merci! Gigi, l'interstellaire! Nick avec la galaxie, let's go!
What works? What doesn't work?
Gigi, l'interstellaire! Tabarnak, c'est ça le tout! Gigi avec la galaxie, est-ce qu'on vient de rentrer top 97? Let's go, man! Let's go, man! T'es où, mon mec croquette? T'es où? Oh, l'interstellaire dans ta face de mon mono Gigi, tu vas faire quoi, Abby? Tu vas faire dur en esti, hein? Tu vas faire dur, esti? Mon Gigi avait juste un match parce qu'il y a un gros rendez-vous, man. Il y a un gros rendez-vous, man. Fait que let's fucking go, esti. Mais le gros gras, je sais pas tu vas où, là, mais à cette heure-là, tout le monde est couché, ben. Fait que si tu vas à la bonne place, tout le monde est couché, ou si tu sais pas où c'est que tu t'en vas, va-t'en juste pas, ben, pis viens faire des matchs. J'aime bien mieux te l'écrire mon adresse en DM, gros, pis qu'on se fasse ça en DM, esti, devant chez nous, man. Fait que let's fucking go. Reste en route, allume ton crise de live, pédale. Allume ton crise de live, pédale, man. Gang, on est 500, j'ai dit cool, gros, tu parleras pas, mon mec croquette? Oh, mon mec croquette! Là, ça sonne à des menaces, mon jambon. Bon, mais record ça, est-ce que recordez ça? Prenez ça en screenshot, mes petits loups. Ça en screenshot, on est 500, c'est le temps de prendre tout ça en screenshot. Tant qu'il s'en vient, man, ça arrive quoi que ce soit, vous êtes 500 témoins. Oh, esti, ben viens t'en monter ton. Tu peux t'en venir, man. On est 500 dans le building. 30 secondes, faites attention au snipe. Je pense pas qu'ils vont jouer un lion. On va même trop BS à côté, là. Quoi, c'est important qu'on screen ça, ben gros. Quoi que ce soit, si tout d'un coup qu'il y aurait, admettons, la vraie adresse ou pas la vraie. Si j'ai 3 enfants qui dorment à cette heure-là. Fait que je pense que c'est important de prendre ça en screenshot, quoi que ce soit qui arrive. Ils sont plus qu'une personne. Encore quoi, mon Gigi? Pas un autre asti d'affaires de câble, là. Qu'est-ce que tu dis, toi, là, mon crise de fou? Oui, Gigi MVP, let's go! T'as un x5, mon boy. Nick MVP avec un marteau. Marc-Antoine MVP avec ta galaxie. Lolo MVP. Max MVP. Yvon MVP. Francis Harry. Gros, tu peux dire merci à ton mec.
À tout le monde. Un bon sniper.
Tout le monde s'abonne, on est 550. Tout le monde s'abonne. Abonnez-vous, il manque 250 abonnés pour les 5000. Fait que Gigi, t'as gagné un x5, mon gars. Pour de chance, je recordais. Tu m'as même pas dit de recorder, mon débile. Là, on va te laisser parler, Meggy, parce que des Mew Challenge, c'est trop fort pour toi, là. Ouais? Toi, t'es trop fort pour nous autres? Marc-Antoine avec le Gorky, guys. Le monde qui met des étoiles, qui ont des étoiles, mettez des Gorky ici dans le chat. Des Gorky! C'est un gros BS, le gros, là. Ça fait 6 fois qu'il m'appelle. On record juste une fois de temps en temps. Ah ouais! Ça joue, le bon. Ça joue. Hey, Marc-Antoine, il a changé.
Hey, tu fermes ta gueule, là.
Ok, c'est un you. Go, Nick! Let's go! Ok, puis ferme ta gueule maintenant, pédale. Ferme-la ta gueule, pédale. Tu vas faire quoi maintenant? C'est moi ou c'est toi qui a ferme sa gueule? Marc-Antoine, il va falloir t'en mettre plus, là, de voir. Fait que je pense que tu vas être obligé de revenir. Asti, Nick, tu fais arrêt, mon gars, de plus, quoi? Je sais pas combien. Max Boy, passager, ça doit coûter autant qu'un traîner un full load. Tout le monde s'abonne pour prendre le cœur l'équipe, c'est pas fait, s'il vous plaît, c'est tout ce que je vous demande. On est top 94, let's go! Mon gars, il remonte ça, faites attention, il remonte ça de l'autre côté. Il remonte ça au bas, c'ti!
Because you know how much you ingest and everything. Now, what we start doing,
On est dans
we
l'écran.
start doing every single day,
Après, dans le x3, je drop le x5. Ok, mon big.
like a tally of,
Gigi met le x5 dans le x3, si ça vous tente, gang. On est 550, je sais pas sur combien l'autre bord, mais on est grand.
for example,
Ça va prendre 4 personnes de Ken Rose. Merci, mon Nick!
Ça serait cool, top 25 avant que je retourne à mes affaires. Hey, arrête de dire que ça va coûter cher.
We did 3 streams of the treadmill.
x3, tout le monde ensemble. x3, on attaque sa start. On met le x5 puis on casse tout. Merci à tout le monde pour vos crises de rose. On était bien x3.
Which would be
x3 d'équipe, tu j'ai recordé, tu jamais que vous faites les fous dans le x3. x5 maintenant! Gang, il va parler dans pas long, faites attention! Hey, fais des aïeuls, faut le péter, calice! Merci, Marc-Antoine, ça va la Marc-Antoine à tout le monde, à Bibi pour les roses, guys, à Tommy Boy, guys, on le femme, sa crise d'aïeul. Bon, let's go, on va le chercher, c'est facile à aller chercher, gang. Femme d'aïeul, c'est la galaxie, gros, il pense que Nick, qu'est-ce que tu veux? Top 82, tabarnak, il a des 10 petites malades! Aïe, aïe! Vas-y, les autres.
I don't know how much you do.
Femme d'ailleurs, c'est la galaxie, gros, ils font tout
Top 82, mais cricket! Tu vas faire... Tu vas faire quoi à soir, toi?
I have a tendency to push the envelope.
On va aller chercher un autre bien, même, c'est ce que vous faites, là.
I thought what happened is...
Let's go! Tu tournes avec MVP GG, MVP Nick, est-ce que...
Because...
Oh, ça fait mal, mon gars!
Even though on one day, you did really good. For example, we lost 600 calories, for example. Well, the second day you can do shit. And then you're in a condition where, instead of having one really good day, you have two less than average.
Oh, Steve, tu vas faire quoi, mon gros BR? Tu vas faire quoi? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We're at 10:30.
Max Boy est là. Bon, il est là, bon. Il est où? Il est dans ta rue, bon. Parfait, guys, esti. Je vais aller voir. Je vous reviens maintenant.
Good. So now, when I stop, this is the highlights of the stream. So I'm gonna hand it here. We ended up doing a 50. Now the problem is, I would actually show you, but I didn't think about it. So pretty much the first time was actually pretty good. We'll see if it worked. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't work, it didn't work. Fuck, they're winning.
C'est son préféré à Carl, hein? Carl?
Do the top here.
Waterfall of sauce is released from the holding tank and douses each can.
Okay.
What's he
I
saying?
don't speak lisp.
Lips. I don't speak English. I speak French. You know French?
Bro, that is not French. I'm sorry.
Oui, je viens d'ouvrir mon live, c'est une seconde. C'est comme attends.
She means that she will.
Okay.
La technologie, c'est.
Is it filtered? Angelina.
Rosemary, basil, and a secret blend of herbs and spices are stirred together and cooked in 1,500-gallon kettles. The mini raviolis move to the pocket filler, which rotates like a bicycle wheel. But instead of spokes, we have arms with measuring cups.
Okay, that's gonna be it.
Je veux pas dans le live.
الله يجبر خاطرك يا رب.
Ta gueule.
Voyons.
لحق عندي طفلة على
Semble là, ta gueule.
What's wrong with this guy?
T'es en live ou il est pas en live? Attends une minute. Attends 2 minutes. J'ai un
Yo,
appel,
let's go.
gang, je pense à la police. Un appel, gang, je pense à la police.
Show ye away.
Ça, gang, on se promenait sur Spotted, on a trouvé une madame. Ça, gang, on se...
I want to see the battle.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose.
Come on, dude.
By the way, vite fait comme ça, 1 chose, 2 choses, 3 choses, je sais pas, on va voir. J'aimerais ça aborder le point de me faire harceler en privé pour recevoir des cadeaux de ma part. Parce que là, vous voyez de ce temps-ci que je monte, que j'ai des bons battles, qu'on a des... Salut la gang, j'aimerais...
Good.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose, by the way, vite fait comme ça, une chose, deux choses, trois choses, je sais pas, on va voir. J'aimerais ça aborder le point de me faire harceler en privé pour recevoir des cadeaux de ma part. Parce que là, vous voyez de ce temps-ci que je monte, que j'ai des bons battles, qu'on a des, que l'équipe elle se reconstruit, puis qu'on est dans le positif, puis que ça avance bien. Là, vous voyez que je fais plus d'argent que j'en faisais. Avant, vous étiez là à m'aider, à m'envoyer promener puis tout. Puis là, ben, vous venez me texter pour que je vienne vous gifter dans vos lives. Ça, là, je trouve ça plate un petit peu. Puis ça serait le fun que ça arrête. Parce que dans mes moments les plus bas, vous étiez pas là. Puis là, à cette heure que je suis dans des beaux moments, vous voulez que je sois là. Je suis désolé, mais arrêtez de me harceler en privé pour recevoir des cadeaux. Je le donne à qui je veux, puis je le donne quand je le veux.
Where the fuck is he?
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire...
Alice, arrête.
Ça vient qu'on se promenait sur Spotted, on a... Ça vient qu'on se promenait sur Spotted.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose, by the way, vite fait comme ça, une chose, deux choses, trois choses, je sais pas, on va voir.
I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright for that. Come on, dude. Kind of bullshit, right? Okay.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose.
Fuck you. Well, I have to film a small video. Okay, that's good. Range enemy. Shows out something.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça...
Ça vient qu'on se promenait sur... Ça vient qu'on se promenait sur Spotted, on a trouvé une madame âgée qui avait besoin d'aide pour ses poubelles, donc on s'en va le faire. Bonjour, c'est vous pour les poubelles? Oui, parfait. On est là avec les poubelles. Fait qu'on est là, gang. On fait la petite vidéo pour la madame. Ah, ben bonne journée à vous, madame. Bonne journée, là. Ben, ça en prend du monde gentil. Ouais, fait que c'était quand même un peu sale chez la madame. On a rempli sa poubelle, on est allé porter au chemin. En plus, checker ça à terre, c'est glacé ben raide. Donc, d'après moi, elle est super contente. On avait vu un Spotted qu'elle avait mis sur...
Okay. No Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show because you're doing well, having a wonderful day on this 19th March 2025. In a pretty good mood. We just finished our first day of doing some treadmill. It went really, 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 really well. So that's actually really cool. I want to do a specification day. So this is more of a behind the scenes video. So the plan, because I mentioned today, and I didn't post it yet, but I'm gonna be posting a shit ton of video. So you're gonna get completely harassed in your notification. I'm not even sorry. This is a good day. So the plan was always to lose weight. Now I did try the treadmill. You see my mustache is going to my nose. It's ticklish. So we're gonna be seeing. We saw on the treadmill, saw that we had the calories. So what I'm gonna be starting to do is I'm gonna do a recap of the day every single day for the weight loss. That way, it's considered. This is the weight loss arc. I do it like this because the whole channel is about my life. So and the part of my life where I want to lose some weight, it's not an arc, but it's more so. But people are gonna call it an arc. So I'm seeing on the treadmill the number of calories. I'm French. I'm tired, but we're good. We're doing well, to be honest. Fatigue, but well. Feeling very satisfied with myself because we did a 25 minutes. So short. Side note. It's really fun to have a treadmill and not to be complaining, but you know when you want to go outside to walk and to run, you have to dress up, and sometimes it's not nice outside, and like fuck, I don't feel like it, and just getting out of the house. But I'm in the house right now, and the treadmill is wonderful. So possibly we'll do it on TikTok Live, which will be a better thing. However, the TikTok Live, I'm gonna have a hard time reading you guys, so I'm not sure if this is really a good idea. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I said that we have the number of calories. So every single day, I would tell you what I eat, the number of calorie this is it, the number of calorie that we spent. So we have a I want to say summary, but it's not a summary. We have a kind of like a recap of the day. Now this is the first day. I am 5'4", a meter 52, and I am weighing at 265.8 pounds. So yeah, so we're gonna see how it goes. Pray for me, wish me luck. I'm doing this for myself, of course. I'm doing this for my personal health, but I'm also doing this for people that think that it's not possible. So yeah, 32 years old. There's still hope to have a better shape, and I'm gonna be trying it out together. So I'm tired as fuck. I'm gonna go nap a little bit, and that's pretty much my day. Ah ouais, yes,
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose. By the way, vite fait comme ça, une chose.
Show you.
Ça vient, on se promenait sur.
Bon, oh. Check. Do. We gotta go. We gotta go. I hate to do this. I would love to chit chat. Take a picture of my rear end so you won't forget my ass. No, it's cool. No. No. Empowering Christian should live with Christ. I'm not questioning them. I'm just saying. You don't even need to go there. Well.
Ça vient, on se prend.
You're live or no?
Ça vient, on se prend.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose.
What the fuck? Okay. It's done. Now if you were to look here, 19 gigs. That's what we like. If it's only for the night, it'll be a good life. Such a pretty little boy. Hold up, a paralyzed. I have to show you a thumbnail because it's too fucking funny. Come on. I have to show you. It's so fucking funny. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that is crazy. People are nuts. Reverted the rule, the tourney to 8 p.m. max. Show ye.
Ça vient, on se promenait sur Spotted, on a trouvé une madame. 30 secondes en plus. Je suis pas un rêve. La prochaine pirate, 3x5, ça a été cœur. On fait attention, les kids, on fait attention. On fait attention, madame. Je m'en viens pour le comme dans ma ville. Mais je préfère récolter quand je passe dans la tienne. Pour la vie. J'ai bloqué quand tu me dis la bloquer, puis tu continues à parler. Yo, what's up la team? Me voici sur ma nouvelle chaîne YouTube. Je me suis dit pourquoi pas partir avec une première vidéo en force, avec un bon petit challenge. Ben oui, que personne s'attendrait. J'ai le piment de Lucifer Hot Flat. Ça vient, on se promenait sur Spotted, on a trouvé une...
When the fuck were you eating chicken nuggets in a fucking...
What I make? What if I had a kid? That was the only way I could feed him. If it's only for the night. You feel good about yourself? I wouldn't. Stop pretending you're.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose.
What the heck?
Salut la gang!
Team Chaillé.
Ça vient, on se promenait sur Spotted, on a fait.
Oh, you guys are nasty fucking. You promise a show, but you're not giving a show. If it's only for the night, it'll be alright. Stop pretending you're mine. Okay. Schlack. Okay, then now what I have to do is I have to check out how quick will it be uploading. That was really good. Postmates, I don't know what that is.
Are you a Kit Boga fan?
Absolutely. I knew about him well before I came back to work with you. He's great.
How would you define what he does?
He basically scams the scammers. He keeps scammers on the phone as long as possible,
Yes.
making them think they are as close as possible to scamming this user, but in the end, it's all fake. And he's built this infrastructure behind the scenes that they log into, and they think they're looking at real banking information and real web. What up, bro?
I want to tell you, you're on the pod and we can cut it. And Bobby is over here. He's on a hot one. He's talking about you.
Well, I have to show you. I have to show you. This is so funny. Bobby Lee, translator. This is hilarious.
Where can people
So
follow
where are you going to post the video?
Online. I don't know which platform exactly.
And you're going to sell it, right?
Yeah.
But he'll get the video for free?
I'll send it to you.
No, I'll buy it.
I do want your load first, though. I feel like in return,
He's saying, what are you trying to ask him right now?
to get on my back and you.
No, that's not it.
Me, my baby?
Yeah.
That's not the right video. This is the one.
But he'll get the video for free?
I'll send it to you.
No, I'll buy it.
I do want your load first, though. I feel like in return.
That's amazing. That's an amazing video.
What do you mean?
Sorry, do we have a translator?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll tell you.
What do you mean, Lord?
He's saying, what are you trying to ask him right now?
Okay, I like to get on my back and you put your dick inside me.
He said, that sounds fun. I'm a little nervous about all
I'm
that.
a little nervous about. Yeah,
He says, but I am hard right now.
Okay, could you tell him I've had a lot of experience with Asians and I don't think they've got small dicks.
He got it. Yeah, he's fine.
We're just trying to get some time before this starts. The show starts, and when the show's gonna start, then we'll be able to continue with the tower. Last try.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque
I
chose.
don't care.
By the way. Diarrhée humaine!
Okay, that's nasty. That is nasty shit. Okay. Choo 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 choo. I know without a run, 'cause you're always in my mind. Is it alright if I can pretend that you're mine? Such a pretty little life. If it's only for the night, baby, is it alright? If I pretend that you're mine. Ugh. Okay, so where's the controller? I'm gonna put you a video. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in a little bit. What about tomorrow? Do we have some good weather tomorrow? If it's only for the night. Ooh. Okay.
On est près des montagnes ici.
Voici Max et son souper. Il aurait donc dû le skipper. Avec Skip Plus, il aurait économisé. Et en tant que membre Skip Plus, obtenu plus de récompenses.
If it's only for the night.
On t'offre 6 mois gratuits.
Baby, is it?
Est-ce que tu sais combien je t'aime? Comme ça. Libérez le soulagement avec Tylenol Ultra renforcé par la caféine pour combattre vos migraines tenaces.
4? That was 4 ads, by the way. Okay.
Very long time on the internet. Someone who talks about me constantly in all this content. And sometimes I decide to clap back. And today, for the first time ever, we are going to have a face-to-face confrontation, discussion, chat, debate, argument. I don't know. Because that is the beauty of the internet, so you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, let's go. That's perfect.
Yes, it's ReviewTech USA, also known as Rich.
Are you still?
He knows about ReviewTech anymore since he deleted his YouTube channel.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's something that we will talk about. I guess we'll see. But this will be a very special event. So sit back and relax. Get ready for the craziest edition ever of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content. Because the king is back. The king of the live stream. The king is back.
Alrighty, folks. If you're wondering why my mic sounds a little bit low today, very simple. There is something I cannot forget when I count.
If it's only for the night, baby, is it alright? If I can pretend that you're mine. Such a pretty little lie.
Hey, Max. Salut la gang.
He contacted me this morning and said, I'm going to be late.
Ça vient, on se promenait sur...
So he's supposed to be here in about 10 minutes or so. And when he gets here, I will invite him to you again. But since this is a special episode, and many of you maybe are not familiar with the way that I run
Nope. I want to change skin.
Alright, allow me to cover some of the ground
Team.
of how this is going to go.
Good.
Alright, so number one, when I have a guest on, alright, whether it's Review Tech or anyone, that person is giving me their undivided attention, meaning they took time out of their day, they stopped whatever they were doing, in order to actually be on the show. And because of that, I'm not going to be distracted or interrupted by anything. What do I mean? I mean, today, I'm not going to be having pop-ups. I'm not going to be having shout-outs. Okay? I'm not going to be speaking with Stream Chat. Normally, these are all the kind of things that I would do on any given stream of mine. But, being that this is a special event, alright, I don't want that to interrupt the time of us. Our time value. And I also don't want this to be a 7-hour appearance. I would like to keep it, concise, maybe keep him here for about 90 minutes, 2 hours, maybe depends on how it goes, right? So because of that, I don't want to be distracted constantly with, oh, I have to shout this one out, I have to do this, I have to answer this one. Instead, it's going to be me and Rich, alright? So please understand that. Now, after this appearance ends, likely what I will do is take a break and come back and do what I like to call a decompression stream, where we can kind of sit here and talk about everything that just happened, and certain people will give their opinions. At that point, anyone who has contributed during the course of the actual stream, I will give a shout out for their contributions, okay, and get them on the leaderboard, and so on and so forth. All right. So it will be a normal stream, but it will be Rich has been on the show, and we all do that. All right. So I just want to let everyone know that's how it's gonna go. I don't want. Now listen, I know people are probably gonna try to be, getting Rich's attention. They're gonna be insulting him and stuff. I know how it goes. That's why I'm paying no attention. That's why there's no pop-ups on the screen or anything. I don't have people, pop up saying nasty stuff about him and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Again, he's our guest. Gotta treat him with respect, dignity, just like he's always treated me. Right? Now, Jasper, I'm gonna be a little busy today. He is very needy today. Okay? He's very needy today, and so he might interrupt the podcast several times. Oh, it looks like Rich may be ready. Hold on one second. I think he may be ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Jasper Kinney off my lap here. Okay? And let me just make sure that things are muted. It is muted for now until I want to make sure that he's all good. Before we get started here. All right, let me get my headphones on. Okay? One sec. So first up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to have it. I'm going to get myself working on this program first. Then I'm going to get it working here through the stream, and then we're going to begin. All right? So FYI, it's going to take a minute. There's nothing you can do if the person's not already on the call. You have to do this live. So you want to check immediately. Oh, why is it live right now? I'm working on it. Okay?
I'm working on it, bro.
All right, mute the mic, and I'll be back in a moment, and we will get started going. Fair enough. So let me. Okay, ready? Get that out of there, and I'll be right back, everybody.
Why is it so slow? Oh, you're joking, dude. Some ads?
Okay, one second, everyone. I just gotta mute this, okay? Ask the chat, how does it sound?
Okay, let's go. Very meaningful content.
All right, everyone on stream, we're going to get the camera set up, but we're still going to be muted for a sec, and then we are going to start. So everyone just be calm. Cameras are coming up, and then we'll be ready to start in a sec. All right, everyone, so you can hear me. Rich, hello, how are you?
I'm lovely, Philip. How are you?
I'm good.
Looking stunning in that sweater.
Thank you, sir.
Ask the chat, how does it sound? Because
I'm enjoying your succulents behind you. They're very succulent.
Of course. Well, you built them too, so you know how succulent they are.
They're very. I love them.
So guys,
Thank you for the inspiration.
how is the audio levels, everybody? Are we good? Because every time I do it on Discord, everyone says that I'm too loud, but I tried to adjust it today, so it sounds good. Are we good, everybody?
We're okay.
We're good. All right, well, let's begin. So, wow, first of all, an epic moment. I think this has been a long time coming, in the making. People have wanted to see us have a conversation for a very, very long time. And thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for giving us your time. I want to say that
What interesting. What a coincidence. What are the odds? The coincidence of this timing. Just I'm sure it's all just circumstantial, right?
Oh, of course. There's absolutely no reason why it would be right now, this week, or anything. No, it just came together that way by complete, luck, dumb luck, right? But you're here. That's respectable. I thank you for your time, and I want to let you know, because I told the audience this before, I know you weren't here, there is absolutely no interruptions, there's no pop-ups on the stream, I'm not going to be reading shout-outs or anything for anyone to see the camera screwing with me right now.
I can tell the time.
I'm not going to be doing anything to
Which is great from this angle.
Respect you because you're giving me your time. It's not about contributions today. I mean, I will shut them out after we're done when you're gone. It has nothing to do with you. I'm not going to be reading out insults or anything like that. That's not what this is, okay?
I don't care if you did anyway, but that's fine.
I know you don't care, but it's just the thing. I mean, you're going to give me your time, dude. I got to give you respect for doing that. You could be doing something better with your time, I'm sure. And I appreciate you coming on. Now, before we begin, I want to clear the air here. You have absolutely no preconceived notions of what this appearance is, right? You don't know. We haven't talked about if it's going to be a topic, if it's going to be anything, right? We haven't planned anything, correct?
No, not once. And if you did, I would call you out on it. You didn't.
There you go.
Say a fucking word to me about anything.
Because people have been speculating for the last couple of days, well, since yesterday, I guess you had let it drop on your show that you were going to appear a couple days ago before we really confirmed it, and then I confirmed it yesterday, and everyone's freaking out. This is an evil plot. They've got all this stuff going on, and, this is not legit. But no, it's not the case. We have all right, or previously, like Rich, and I have not spoken about this beforehand. This is completely a legit appearance here. And I guess, Rich, before I begin saying anything, just before we start.
You're going to get shirtless? Are you going to get shirtless?
Absolutely not. I'm just curious.
Oh, come on.
Do you have anything you would like to just say up front as a starter before we get into anything? Is there anything you want to get off your chest?
I got plenty of questions, but this is your show, so I will let you begin.
Oh, yeah. He's got plenty of questions, but it's my show. All right, that's fair enough. That's a good way to start. Okay. All right. So, funny that you bring up, the timing of everything, correct? Because obviously I tried to get you on the show back in the fall, and it fell apart. You did cancel last minute, then you wanted to come back on it. That's why I wasn't interested. But we're not here to argue about the specifics of what happened there. But I haven't had to have you on, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. So now, this week, I got you on. All right, and a lot of people are like, this is great. It's the first face-to-face of Rich versus Phil, and they're going to either have it out or maybe this is a plot. They're going to be like buddies now because the casino has turned on Phil, and now Phil's probably looking for allies, right? He's looking for buddies to team up with against the casino, right? That's what everyone's saying. What do you think about that?
Well, I hope to God that you knew from the beginning that was going to happen. I don't think you did, though, because you were essentially in there. You did sit for them for a while, Phil. Mm-hmm. One thing I found funny is that things that I've just said for years, you make it like I'm going to stalk you and drive home your front door in the middle of the night. But when PPP said those things, now you're different because the fallout and, he was calling your wife back. But back then, it was with them, it was just razzing. What's the difference between when I said something and when PPP said something, which would be just as bad, if sometimes not worse? Why was there a difference with that?
Well, there's two things. Number one, if you have some kind of an arrangement with someone, if you're working business-wise with someone, okay, and you know that there's a mutual benefit to being associated and making content, then you give attention, right? You'll give a little bit, let them get a little bit of a ride, or get a little bit of a boost, or a little bit of whatever it is on your behalf. Because, quite frankly, you're also getting a boost on their behalf by being associated and making content with them. All right? But it's also like everything. What's happened is those boundaries as far as he possibly could, thinking that he was a big shit, basically, and he could get away with that.
Yeah, but that was at the 11th hour, though, Phil. I mean, there's actually a video where, she tiptoed into confronting him about what he said about your wife, and you gave him a pass. Also, too, there's a video that Mighty D has where you were, and this happened multiple times, it wasn't just in this video, where you would be in their kick chat at like the wee hours of the morning, text messaging them or messaging them in their chat like a teenage girl. You were gifting subs, you would go back and forth. You always say that your time, like, that was, what were you doing then? You say your time is valuable, you say you're very busy, but then you were sitting there in their chat, essentially just simping, actually, which is funny. We'll talk more about simping later, but that was very strange to me.
Sure. Well, I guess we've got a good cold open, right? I guess we'll get into it now, right? We'll actually get into like the format and what this is actually going to be. So, Rich, I have to be honest with you, all right? I'm going to be very honest with you right now.
Okay.
Okay? I do have a plan for this appearance, and it's nothing whatsoever what you think it is. Okay? But I want you to calm down. I want you to calm down. There's no guests coming out or anything. It's just you and me. I promise you that. Okay? No special, no shocking twists. No, oh my God. Gosh,
Even if there was a guest, that would be fine.
Okay.
La lotion hydratante quotidienne Aveeno.
The fuck.
Pendant 24 heures. Aveeno.
You wanna talk shit, bitch?
Now it's a party.
Salut la gang, j'aimerais ça vous dire quelque chose.
On est là pour vous donner un coup de main. Alors, partagez cette saison. Faites-les passer de affaire à fait. Home Depot, c'est beau.
If it's only for the night.
This is my favorite part of Elden Ring, creating the character. Really?
Oh, it's all like a centerfold miracle.
Those are your poker chips.
Use as a prop during the co-op react that I did with Kino Casino back in the summer when we watched your documentary from June the King. And basically, it was used as a way to humiliate you over the course of that event, where every time there was something embarrassing to happen, you would take some chips in, right? And at the end, we're at the very end, you had one chip left. And I said, this is your chip, I'm gonna hold on to it, and I had it on my screen back here, and everything, was around this chip in the casino, and you even called it out in your content, and you said, Phil, you fool, they're not your friends, but you have their memes in your content and all of that. I'm well aware of all that stuff that you said, okay?
Which was true from the beginning. Everyone saw that coming from a mile away. You were a content mill for them.
So, okay, fair enough. Now, I bring this up for a reason, all right? And we're going to explain it in just a moment. But I have one other question for you before I actually show you the briefcase, okay? And the question is this. Are you familiar with the king snake? The animal. You're not. The king snake is a creature, a snake, that lures other snakes into its den. Dangerous snakes. Snakes that are known to already be predators, rattlesnakes and others. The king snake uses this trick in order to make those creatures feel safe. And then the king snake surprises those creatures from behind and swallows them whole. The king snake.
Are you swallowing me?
Sometimes I look at certain cards.
The king snake.
Has he done this before?
Predators whole after laying trap.
Jamie would have killed him. My brother's worth 1,000 of your friend.
Your brother? Or your lover?
Jamie and I are more than brother and sister.
I think about the game.
This is my cake.
This is the Elden Ring.
This is the smallest cake I've ever seen. This is my cake. You know how big I wanted my cake. This is the smallest cake I've ever seen.
Then go date the ones who get you bigger cake.
I will.
Go date a selfie. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want.
I'll activate it. Okay, I'll hand trap. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and summon activate. Alright, and then I'll hand trap. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and activate it. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and hand trap that. Alright, and then I think I'll go ahead and just activate this effect here. And go hand trap. Get this going. So yeah, and then this card's gonna do this. You go. Okay, you still have
go in and then
full combo.
Yep, I'm gonna go
Awesome.
here, grab this, get this.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright, is it gonna be?
Because all of these things I'm so fucking stupid. All fun. That this was going on, he got fooled, he was kind of rolled over the 100% have his plan since day one.
Give me somebody easy.
Okay.
Oh, holy shit. No way. No way. Oh my god. Is it gonna be?
for who they really are, they're going to lose a few chips. And we're going to see at the end how many chips these two had left over.
Is it going to be? This feels like retcon to me, Phil, but sure, prove it to me.
Sure.
Let me see.
We're good. No worries, man. All right. So, let's get started,
Choo
shall we?
choo
I'm shaking my screen speed up because Richie can't see me. I'm going to let you know what I'm actually doing here. You might want to tune to the stream. It's going to be very hard for you to see what I'm going to be reading.
I'm already on the stream too.
Okay. Let me actually resize here so that you can actually be. Here we go.
Showers.
So here's the funny part, folks. All this week, there's been all these threats thrown around by Kino Casino saying, God forbid that any of these private messages that I had to fill, that we had to fill, because these private messages are so damning. They're hurting so bad, man. He's hiding from it. And we're counting down to when he leaked the messages. I already put the messages online. And by the end of the show, I'm going to give everyone the links, and you can all read them for yourselves in full. I'm not kidding. Because this was my plan all along.
This doesn't sound like 4D chess. This sounds like damage control.
There's no damage control here.
It sounds like you're just trying to get in front of what they're going to say.
There's nothing to say. As you're going to see and what we're going to go through, everything that they think they have was already planned ahead of time. Every single thing that I told them was either a lie, a half-truth, or something to buy their confidence. So they would think that over time, they would have something on me. Because the truth is, Rich, I'm tired of being pushed around. I really am. All right? I'm going to be honest with you and the internet right now. Back in 2023, when I did that Side Scrollers interview, and that interview went out of date, and I walked out of there thinking, not a lot of people are going to like me. But at least that interview's out there, and I don't have to worry about this bullshit anymore. And then the next day,
because those interviews make you seem disingenuous, Phil. Like think about how simple. Think about how simple it would have been to show, like, hey, just show me that down from which we know is your account now, which we know you're still using, by the way. Down from the rafters is my WWE Champions account. My sweaty man addiction is there. And then you were like, I got to protect my family, which made no sense, Phil. That made zero sense. How does showing a username in a game? That's the equivalent of showing a gamer tag on like your Xbox Series X. And you said, and then when you had him on the show, and he said, I forget the exact wording. I just thought of this now. I do have notes, by the way, but he was like, so you weren't telling the truth. And you said to him, it doesn't matter if I was telling the truth or not. It's still an answer.
That's right. Because I wasn't there to give them some kind of an insane, truthful expose on anything. The whole idea was, I'll give you an interview. Doesn't matter if you like it or not, but I'll give you an interview. And then we're supposed to actually continue on with content. I was supposed to be a regular guest on their show, which was actually the original premise of being on it. I was going to be on there, add my 2 cents towards topics and everything, get some exposure, maybe bring some viewers over to my channel, some of my viewers go to their channel. They didn't give me that respect because after the interview, they decided to make endless amounts of content for weeks to months about me, crapping on me and making tons of money. And the problem is that negates the whole premise of the interview. An interview is supposed to be, you just ask questions, you give answers, and then the audience has to judge for themselves. Not right after the interview ends, the interviewers say, oh, well, that whole thing was bullshit, we don't like that guy, he's an asshole, don't believe it. You've completely disingenuously conducted that interview, that's how you behave yourself after, in my opinion. So,
Phil, every radio show or talk show has after shows about the guests that they have on. And you weren't truthful, so their take on you was right. So I'm not really sure where you're coming from with that. Like,
fair enough, but that's not even what we're here for today, okay? I get it, we already argued about the Side Scrollers thing for ages, they're not even the topic of discussion here. But after the Side Scrollers thing, I had enough. I've had enough people on the internet always constantly using me as the butt of their joke, talking about me, using me to make money, and doing everything they possibly can in order to kind of, mess with me and just get over on my path. And I realized at that point, the only way that I was going to be able to change things was to actually do something for myself. But there's no way that I could actively do it publicly. Because if I did it publicly, then everyone would just laugh. Because everyone thought I was a big meme and a big joke, right? And you see, to some extent, people still do. I got a little bit more of a boost since, the last 8 months, but not much. But what no one realized is that I decided for myself to do something with initiative. And I said, I want to try to actually get over on one of these people who's one of these content creators who's constantly a misery broker. And I know you've heard me say that before, but I think a misery broker is someone who literally doesn't make content for themselves. All they do is they look at other people's misery, they report on it, they make fun of it, they laugh at it, and then they make a bunch of money. So a day when it's a bad day for someone else is a good day for them. But in reality, if it weren't for other people, they wouldn't be able to ever have any popularity. It's the only reason they get anything.
So what you're saying, this whole entire thing for your casino arc was 4D chess that you were playing, and then to the point that you would hurt your own reputation and career?
Rich, not only that, I cased probably 6 or 7 different individuals who I thought I could maybe get in their good graces, figure out how to get in on it, and see what would happen. And after looking at all of these different people, all right, someone in my chat one day had said, did you hear about Kino Casino? Did you hear that they're also making fun of review tags? Just like you are, or just like he's making fun of you back and forth. And did you hear that they're constantly making fun of him in their content? Okay? And I said, no, I don't know anything about these guys. I didn't. But I went over there and I actually watched their content once. And I knew from the first moment that I started watching their show, this was going to be the one that was going to work, if I was going to try to make this happen. Okay? Now, Rich, I'm going to be honest with you again. You have unwittingly been a part of it since day one.
They feigned friendship with you. You called Andy Worski your gaming soulmate. You were so into all this to the point that you let them shame you. And now in the end, after all is said and done, you come out on the other end looking worse, and you're trying to tell me that this is 4D chess? Come on, Phil.
Rich,
Come on.
I could never possibly come out of anything looking worse. You understand that, right? Like, I have been the joke of the internet for over a decade. No one listens to me. Even when I have valid things to say, they do that stupid meme that's like, oh, the guy beat Pete the most, or the worst guy you know finally made a good comment, right? So, there's nothing to lose. There was only anything to gain. My viewers don't give two shits about the drama at all. They don't want the drama. And that's why, when it started to get to the point where these guys wanted me to completely change who I was, all of my content, into drama content, that's when I basically broke it off, and they completely lost their minds because they're so angry that I was the one in charge of the situation all along, and not them. Alright? Enough of us chatting about this. And by the way,
you were in charge of the situation. You absolutely were.
You feel free to go ahead. You feel free to chime in. I'm okay with this. Alright? You feel free to chime in whenever you want. But the reason you're here is very simple. I want you to witness this going down, okay? And you were the one who basically started the whole thing with me reaching out to them and us reacting to your documentary, excuse me. So it's only fair that you be a part of this. You understand where I'm coming from? You think that that's a fair thing out here?
Sure, Phil. Well, let's see what you got. Let's see.
All right. So it's already been said. I didn't realize that they had said this, but we'll go ahead and we'll show it anyway. And by the way, now I'm going to start showing stuff, everybody. FYI, at the very end of the show, I'm going to give you all the links to the raw files that contain all of the DMs between myself, PPP, and Andy. So you can all read them in the entirety for yourself, all right? So that way there's no shock. Oh, look, he did something. He edited anything. I edited nothing. This is all 100% unedited. You're going to be able to watch. And appropriately, they're all nicely in PDF files, which makes sense since those guys have been sweeping for PDFs for quite some time. So now you can read all their logs for yourself online. Okay, so we start off with the very first time
What the heck?
I ever talked to them. And this, I guess they've already admitted to this, and it was me that reached out to them, okay? In a DM, basically saying, hey, you know, it's the Kino Casino, I'm trying to find a way to talk to the guys, but I can't find anything official, okay? And so we had a conversation back and forth. Of course, the first thing we're talking about is you, Rich. I saw your video about Review Tech threatening June the King. Today I have my take on it on my podcast. I use you as the way to bridge that gap and make that initial introduction with these guys. In fact, the whole idea of us...
So you're the Batman. You're the Batman of drama versions, going selflessly to take them down.
What the heck?
You can call it whatever you want. You know, you really can, but the point here is, I was the one who initiated the contact. I was the one who actually suggested the react to your documentary. They actually titled it. They haven't spoken to me before. So I contacted them and I said, let's do it. This is a genius idea. I knew that was going to make money for both of us. I knew that was going to be big. It was going to bring me notoriety.
There you go. Okay, perfect.
I'm the one who put that great idea out there and made it happen. All right? It was me, not them. It was my actual making it happen that started this whole thing and got this popularity train rolling. Now, just a few pages here. I was going back and forth.
Okay, Phil, I got a pin to pop on this. Here's what I think. I think you just your hate boner for me was throbbing. You saw that they were wiping the fucking floor with me, and you wanted it, and they embraced you and treated you like one of those black guys on Howard Stern. You got a taste of more money. You thought they feigned friendship with you, which you bought into. At least is what it seems like. No, better yet. I think it was friendship, and I think you saw that you were getting money. So your nose was Andy Worski's asshole now must be spread out maybe like another 2 inches because your nose was so deep in there. Like what I think you're doing now, as a matter of fact, I guarantee what you're doing now is because you know that this is disastrous for you, that you're trying to be like, aha, all along, it was my master plan. It was not your master plan, Phil. It wasn't. And look, that's fine, but I'm just not going to believe it. I don't think anybody with like an upper double-digit IQ will believe it.
So we have 2 files here, and I'm just seeing if I can actually show you. So I don't know if you can see them on the screen, everybody. I'm going to try to get this here. So this is the file of me talking with Andy in DMs. Okay, this is all of them, back to back, 182 kilobytes. The one of me talking with PPP, 1,031 kilobytes. Why?
When did you make these, Phil? Right click on them, go to properties. What is the orange data piece?
Where's properties on here? Here you go.
Right click on whatever file you're clicking.
Just made them a couple days ago. Here it is. I got them off of my X archives, and I used a third-party app to turn them into PDF files so that we could actually see them today, because or else you have to be in a web browser to see them. So the point I'm making why I brought that up is I almost never talk to Andy at all. Almost never. Andy is kind of the guy from what I'm to understand. He's a tech guy, all right? He's the guy that gets everything together, the data, runs the show. But PPP is the guy who actually gets the ideas, talks to people, wrangles them in, etc. I talked to PPP about 40,000 times more than I ever talked to Andy. It's hilarious because the internet has this misconception that like I'm bros with Andy and we always talk behind the scenes about games. We almost never talked at all. I have endless folders here of me talking to PPP about all the stuff we did. I have a tiny folder of the few things I ever talked to Andy about. It's just a complete fallacy. But that's what people want to believe because they want to think that like I was his best friend or something. Andy, I'll be honest, I think that PPP is kind of the brains, while Andy is just kind of the operations. You know what I'm saying? Like, never did Andy contact me about an idea. Never was he the go-between. It was always PPP who was the guy who was talking to me about everything the entire time. Okay? So what I'd like to do is
what would you like to do, Phil? You were the ones who were trying to make it like they were your best. So you're saying even when you defended them and went to bat for them with the numerous clips that are out there, and on your own channel I've seen them because you always say it's always the track. When you're like, oh, they're just razzing me. This was so you were humiliating yourself to get like a master plan of vengeance back on them.
I 1,000,000% knew they were going to turn on me eventually. There was no way they were never going to because they've done it to everyone. They burned every bridge. They do whatever they need for personal gain, and everyone knows this. Like you said, you knew it. Everyone else knew it, but everyone apparently thought I was the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I'm not. I knew exactly what was going on from day one. They seemed to be the only ones who didn't get it. They thought I was that dumb.
Desperate.
No, there's a difference between desperation and actually finally taking control of your destiny, which I decided to do for once instead of just being stomped out by everybody.
The best way to take control of your destiny is to not get yourself involved in that. The best way to take control of your destiny is to do rewards for your audience that isn't you eating pizza. Like those are ways to control your destiny. The way to control your destiny is to make content that's more entertaining. You could say I'm a clown, I'm a buffoon, all you want to, but me getting the tattoo of you near my left ass cheek as you as Dracula from Castlevania, it's bizarre. Maybe it's a little gay, so that's okay. But it's like. People want entertainment, and right now you're not. Well, I know we're going a little off topic here. You're not offering it. Did you see the video where someone said that the middle manager Phil? Did you see that video?
No, I don't watch any of those videos. I have no time for it. I'm busy doing this thing here.
Think about it though. It's not. Don't even take it as an insult. There's truth to it. Where you're talking about a pizza party, like it's like if you're working in commission sales and you hit a goal, but the reward is your audience watches you eat pizza.
Yeah.
You see where that's insane?
Rich. His entire business is on the internet based on people eating food on camera. You realize this, right?
But Phil, okay, I understand what you're saying, but I was like, let me go see his DSP. You have your DSP tries it on DSP Reacts, right?
Yeah.
That's where you put them. One of them at most got 2,000 views. You probably made like 75 cents off of it.
Yeah, because that's not the business, that's the reward. Get it? I've already raised the funding for it, so I can do it. It's the opposite of what you're thinking.
So then you're solidifying what I'm saying, that the reward for your audience is to watch you eat something that they can drive down the street and get themselves.
Because that's what they want. When they watch me do those videos, they see me try a product that maybe they will then get because they want to try it. And numerous people over here said, "Hey, I saw you try that. I went and got it, man, it was good." Or the flip side, "Man, I couldn't believe it was that bad. I had to try it for myself, and man, it was really bad." Or, "Hey, I was gonna get that, but I didn't because I saw your video, and now I realize it's bad. So thanks for saving me the trip and the money." But we're not here to argue about the validity of DSP Tries It. We're here to take a look at the receipts.
Can we talk about your microphone setup too as well?
Who cares about my microphone setup? What are you talking about?
Because you've given me a lot of flack about this microphone setup, but this is actually technically the correct way.
In front of me, I have 8 months of private conversations with the casino, exposing them for their idiotic attitudes, the things that they said to insult people, that'll get them in hot water. We've got all kinds of. You want to talk about my microphone? You're for real, right?
Well, yeah, because it kind of ties into the. Like, I know you're being disingenuous, making it like this is a master plan, and you're even with small things. It's not about who gives a shit about the microphone. Who gives? But the point is that you're disingenuous, Phil. First off, you're not using your. Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Actually, I need to sip of my luscious drink here. You're using your dynamic microphone right now like a shotgun mic. Actually, if you watch PPP, he also has a dynamic microphone like you and I have. If you watch other podcasters, this is how you're supposed to have the mic. It's also supposed to be very close to your mouth because dynamic microphones mitigate how much audio is around the room.
I know. I'm well aware of this, Rich. I can do it too.
But you're not though, because I'm looking at you right now on screen.
Because I don't want the mic up my ass when I do my podcast, Rich. It still sounds good. I don't have to suck the mic.
So no, it doesn't. Your mic actually sounds worse than your previous mic. Many people have said it. You're using your micro, and I feel like you're using your micro just out of pride to get back at me and other people that are telling you that Phil, embrace, put the mic, get a different stand, put it so it's here near your mouth, and you don't have to have these 8 billion different filters OBS. That makes it sound like you sound like you're going through puberty again. Your voice sounded significantly fuller and better before. You know, and again, who cares about the mic stand in and of itself? It just shows, Phil, how you're disingenuous and why I can't believe you about this whole master plan.
The mic is what shows I'm disingenuous. And that's why you can't believe the evidence I'm about to show you.
Yes. Also, we could go into too when you got that mini PC. When you just make up facts off the top of your
Folks, if anything, all right, let it be said. I tried to get Rich involved in this because I thought he would add something I thought he'd be interested in what I've done here. But I guess he's more interested in arguing little idiosyncrasies of nonsense. This is what he thinks is entertaining to the internet.
No,
this is amazing.
It's not idiosyncrasies. It's not idiosyncrasies. Phil, what about, can I ask a question? Now, that mic stand, that boom arm that you got, you realize, I actually found that I have it right here. You spent how many hours and you ended up breaking the boom arm, right? Why do you make your audience do your work for you? Instead of you looking up, there is a short broadcast one mic. Don't say folks yet. Don't say folks yet. There's a 1 minute and 30-second mic video. Why couldn't you look that up instead of having a multi-hour stream where your audience's time you have to understand is valuable? Like, I got a flashcard that I found in a drawer. I had to find new firmware for it. Not going to get. Point being is that I looked into things myself, looked it up myself. I didn't fire up a stream and say, hey guys, watch me be a dumbass and look how to make this flashcard work. these all tie into why anyone with a modest intelligence is not going to be like, man, Phil was getting the one up on them. Rich, because you, well, yes, please talk to me, Phil.
For a decade, you had a channel called Review Tech USA. And in the last 5 minutes that you've wasted of everyone's time, you've reviewed more tech than you did in your entire decade on your own channel.
Okay, but that still doesn't take away from what I'm saying right now.
You are the master of bad timing and how to make things that are exciting incredibly fucking boring. Good God, man. Don't you understand?
How is it boring when I'm saying things like you?
Oh my God.
You
Dude,
said
aliens would be landing outside, and you would be talking about how your stove is malfunctioning. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, we are not here to talk about a microphone, you incredible buffoon. Could you stop for 5 seconds and just stop wasting everyone's time so we can actually talk about the subject matter?
I'm not angry. You also talk to me. What I'm trying to tell you, Phil, is that you see why it's hard to believe you. You also just recently said you can't have another Castlevania marathon. There's only 4 classic Castlevania games.
Rich,
is that true, Phil?
We have several topics to choose from. All right, we do. I would like to let you choose a topic that we can delve into first. Okay, which topic would you like to delve into? We've got Mutahar. It's a Gundam, which is a nice one, because apparently It's a Gundam was coming on your show on Friday. So you'd be interested to see what she has to say about him.
Shout out to It's a Gundam. He's my dude. Continue.
Medicare, and how they basically balls up this guy constantly and think that he's the end all be all of content. 2 entire folders of their incredibly awful ideas that I had to keep shutting down because they were so bad. PPP was incredibly embarrassing himself because he actually thought that like we were like bosom buddies or possibly he's gay. I'm not sure. You know, we'd have to see there. And then basically how it fell apart. Also things that they said about Keemstar that I think you'll find pretty interesting. Or we could just look at the very few things that I talked about with Warski because we barely ever spoke. I'm telling you, like it was such minuscule stuff.
Are any of those as embarrassing as when you pressure your audience to donate so your wife doesn't have to cook dinner?
They're actually way more embarrassing because I do that publicly as an act to entertain while these things were done behind the scenes in good confidence. So that's the difference.
All right, so you know what, Phil? Show me something, man. Show me. I want you to show me why you called Strangely Lex a slut too. When I show more skin, isn't better. I show more skin than she.
That's not in here because that just happened recently. We didn't even talk about that behind the scenes. We only talked about that on the show. So what you've seen there on Smart Guys.
There's nothing to see.
There was nothing behind the scenes to talk about. So
that was just you being salty, but okay.
So what would you like to talk about here, or should I just pick one? By the way, for the record, everyone's telling me to just dump you from the show because you've already derailed it so poorly, and they just want me to do this for myself. But I'm keeping you on here out of good faith. So what would you like to do?
Phil, you have over 1,300 viewers right now. I'm not seeing that. The only one seeing is me because a couple people want Ethan Ralph to come on, but no one's saying to dump me from the show. This is the most viewership. Like you would need to do like 6 streams to get this much viewership.
They're not here for you, though, Rich. They're not here for you. I need to tell you.
So you get this much viewership every day?
Not because I'm doing what I'm doing right now. You being honest, I'm doing this as a service to you because I did use you as the way to get this entire arc started. So I felt like it would be a respectful thing to do to have you on the show while I go through this. But I mean, if you're not interested,
press 1 if you want me to stay. Press 2 if you want me to go.
So I mean, if you're not interested, if you just want to talk about mics and shit, we could do that on another show. But that would not be this one. Okay? So what would you like to do?
There's mostly ones here, Phil. There's only a handful of 2s.
Okay. Are you going to pick a topic, or do I pick, or do I dump you from the show? Those are the 3 options. You pick, I pick, or you get dumped. What would you like to do?
You can pick a topic, and then I'll pick the next one. How about that? Let me ask you a question. Oh, no, here's a good one. You keep on saying, even recently, in a video you just made a few weeks ago, that I'm on drugs when I don't even take edibles anymore. I haven't for the past 5 months. Why
no, I believe that. I do believe that you're off drugs. Right now, you seem pretty coherent and clear, so, absolutely, that's you.
No,
definitely not on
you just, this wasn't even a month ago. It was February 24th. You even said that I drank weed seltzers. Why would you say things that aren't true, that you don't know about?
From what I've seen on your streams, you were drinking weed seltzers in the past. I don't know specifically what you're referencing, so I can't answer.
Phil, I've never had a weed seltzer in my entire life.
I didn't know that. Do you want me to pick a topic?
You can pick one. You can pick it. You didn't know that, but you went with it, though.
All right. So we'll start at the beginning. The whole point here, and this is what I want you guys to understand, is when I started working with the casino, all right, the big idea was the co-op react to Rich's documentary. And that was the gold mine, and we all knew it, right? We knew this was going to be the big one, right? And then after that happened, it's like, well, what are we going to do next? And for me, it's like, well, you guys know what I can do. I play games, I can do that. So anything gaming related, I'm down for. But they said, well, we're the drama guys, right? We're going to come up with all these ideas of guests and things that you're going to interact with. So the very first one they had is, let's keep right now, strike when the iron is hot. Let's actually get Mutahar to do a co-op with us. We're going to do Chain Together with Mutahar, who's talked about you over and over the years. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be so awesome that Mutahar is going to be in the content, okay? And so here it is. I'm talking to you to Chain Together, and, they say Mutahar is going to be in it because he's like the biggest guy in their Rolex. Okay, I'm just paraphrasing because we don't want to read word for word here. Like I said, I'm going to drop the files at the end of the show so everyone can read them for themselves, word for word. That's why there's dates and everything here. Okay, there was a little bit of nonsense, and it was my fault because accidentally I didn't even know I had Mutahar blocked on Twitter, and I already publicly apologize for that. I didn't know that. So here's what ends up happening. After hyping this up that we're going to do Chain Together with Mutahar, Mutahar cancels last second, like literally last second. Now, doesn't tell me why Mutahar canceled, but says, well, we'll try to reschedule, but we want to try to rush it before the end of the month. What ends up happening, all right, is Mutahar literally stops talking to these guys entirely. 100%. Won't answer them, won't get back to them. Then, within one day, Mudahar deletes his entire Twitter account. Now, I've been talking, only once I had a conversation with Mudahar behind the scenes, and he had actually publicly apologized to me and said, hey, FYI, if the only thing that's really bad about you is that you've been begging for contributions on the internet, you're a little dishonest with your viewers, I'm okay with, that's fine, let's jump on, let's do this, chain together gameplay or whatever with the casino. But then within 24 hours, the guy backs out of it and deletes his entire Twitter account. So immediately, the first idea that I'm going to do work with these guys
that wasn't the reason. Okay, this is boring. That wasn't the reason that he deleted the Twitter account.
Oh, we know what he said. I know exactly what he said. It was because of all the harassment he got, and that people were being so nasty about certain things. I get that. I'm not saying that's why he deleted his Twitter account. I'm saying this is the first actual thing that happened with these guys after the co-op React to Your documentary. This is supposed to be our first big thing, and immediately it falls apart. Like, immediately it just doesn't happen. They can't contact the guy. They can't get him back. For some reason, this is supposed to be the biggest guy in the Rolodex. He's ghosting them now. Okay? So now we'll move on. I think there was like one more here, but these are just me going through with them saying, look, he deleted his Twitter, it had nothing to do with us. And you know what? So Worski says, I think he chickened out because he can't handle the heat. That's what Worski said right here. That Mudahar can't handle the heat of doing it.
These are all nothing burgers. Where is the damning stuff here?
We're going through a lot of stuff. Relax. Relax. And in here, while I'm trying to find, he basically says, I think that, this is Josh Moon. He says that basically the Tractors contacted Mudahar en masse, and he thinks that he pussied out because you're the Tractors contacted him. That's what PPP says. Okay?
Marvel Ultimate, l'intégrale avec des bonus exclusifs. Le numéro 1 Spider-Man, $1,95 seulement.
Bell 5G Plus. What does the plus mean?
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, I would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow big.
Screen share that link that I sent you. I want you to explain it to me.
I'm not screen sharing any links. We're not doing any bullshit that you want to do. It's not your show.
Why are you not doing it? It's not my show, but
Alright, so
I think Phil, you thought this is gonna be like some battered wife. Like, yes, let's go. I don't care about I really don't give a shit. I don't care about.
Okay, so I guess we'll continue on. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. I tried, everyone. Really, I did. I tried to make it entertaining. That man is not entertaining in any way, shape, or form. I really wanted to give it an honest shake, but he's an idiot. Okay. Wow. I mean, he really did not want to play ball. He did not want to have any fun. That guy's a loser. That's sad because I was trying. I mean, not that I want to be that guy's best friend or anything, but I mean, holy shit, dude. Like, that was pathetically bad. Like, why can't you just shut up and just ride what we're doing here and go with the idea? But what else can I say? I mean, that was awful. Okay. So, let's continue on, everybody. All right? So, up next, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, one of the big things that's going on right now with the casino is that they're threatening that on Friday, they're going to drop all the lots, which I've already done. I'm going to give you guys a link in a second, so you're going to have them for yourself. All right? But they're going to have It's a Gundam on this Friday. It's going to be amazing because It's a Gundam and PPP are going to team up and they're going to destroy ESP. Boy, I bet you guys are going to be really interested about what they had to say about It's a Gundam just a few months ago, because after we had the situation with Mudahar, okay, we had the situation with It's a Gundam. Now you guys aren't aware of this because they never publicly announced it or even talked about it at all. All right? So let's take a quick look. It's actually better because you guys will be able to see the lives a lot better now. So, if this is PPP trying to contact me about a really, this will be a great show to have It's a Gundam on, all right? See, we have it lined up if you want it. It's a potential mega show with the size of this audience and the hype that's built for years around the meeting. Worski doing it for years, we can probably control it enough, but he's a detractor through and through and we'll be trying to score points. I think it's very little charisma or ability to live format, especially in a 3v1 scenario. So the first time that we even talk about It's a Gundam, they're actually insulting him, saying that he has no real charisma. In a live scenario, this guy will die, right? I think it's very easy to paint him as a spurred and a miserable alcoholic who hates his life and is pissing it away. It's a big limelight, and it's a live scenario. We have him agreed, and it's an easy booking. And basically I said, yeah, this guy, has been desperate to come at me for years and years and years. He's been in Andy's DMs from day one, begging for your blood. We told him to fuck off about 3 times, but he just keeps asking. He tried to talk us out of doing shows with you from the beginning. Wow, this sounds like an amazing collaboration, right? So I agreed to do it. And then immediately PPP says, oh, I'll be honest, I didn't think you were going to say yes. That's the show that we're going to make as soon as possible. We will have over 10,000 people watching live, guaranteed. All right? The biggest show any of us has ever done. I'm not kidding. It will make us fall 1 million views. And I'm like, really? You think so? Slide out a couple hours. He's desperate. He's obsessed. He's definitely going to do it. All right? So basically, PPP is running through the dirt here, all right? Our audience was more than anything on earth a live conversation between two people, so he's still trying to sell it to me. He says, I maybe even undervaluing it. If you insult him about kids drinking and hiring prostitutes, I think he will spiral. Keep in mind, I don't even know anything about Pizza Gun. At all. Nothing. I know nothing about this man. This is the first time I'm even learning anything personal about him. I know nothing about my detractors. So he's sitting here telling me he's a drunk. He likes whores. He's a loser. He's going to fall apart on the show, and we're going to 3v1 this guy. We're going to destroy him, right? And I'm like, Jesus. I mean, if this is really what they want, you know what I'm saying? If this is really what they want, I guess I'll do it. Okay, so I agree to it. Maybe the correct place is to let him do a spiel. He'll expose himself. Don't treat him seriously at all. Let him do a tantrum, right? I'll do more research on him. This seems like easy pickings. He is the detractor's golden child, and if he struggles, they will punish him. So essentially, PPP is completely setting up It's a Gundam. 100%. That's the point of this original appearance, was that they were trying to set him up so that he would be embarrassed publicly. Okay? So what happens? Now basically I said, you sure I'm not going to get fucked in the whole deal because I don't really know too much about it, and they assured me, no, you're not. Now, this is the first time that I told them, I really can't be the villain of the internet, because this PPP wants me to be the villain. Let me explain the narrative here, alright? PPP wants me to be the villain of the internet. He wants me to portray myself like the worst person possible for trauma views. And he thinks that if I did that, I would absolutely explode in popularity, I'd make 10 times more money, get 10 times more views, alright? And I explained to PPP, listen, I can't do that. Why? Because I got a wife, and she's not been feeling well, and she found religion, and she doesn't want me involved in this kind of drama stuff, okay? Now, you guys already know, because I already told you this, some of that is true. Actually, last year, Kat actually did have some health problems, alright? So, you're gonna see me talking about some of that in these lots, alright? Well, in reality, and by the way, I can think about these headphones now. Thankfully, okay? Basically, I don't want to change myself to be completely a drama guy. I'll do drama, alright? But these guys are trying to push me to the absolute extreme. They're trying to make it so that I will be hated by everyone on the internet, but it doesn't matter because I'll make big money, alright? So basically, I was like, I'm gonna make something up. Now, every good lie starts with a nugget of truth. So, what's the truth? Well, my wife had been feeling ill last year. She did have some health problems. That's actually why she stopped appearing in my content for a while. But that's not ongoing, but they don't know that. So what do? You tell the sob story. She's not feeling good. She found religion. I can't be the villain, alright? I can't go that far. Now, what's funny is PPP bought it so bad that he's telling me that he's gonna send people over to tip me, which is kind of funny because I don't know if you guys are aware, nobody tips on Kick. Kick is just sub, so I don't even really know what he was saying there. Maybe he was, maybe it was true, maybe he actually felt bad, or maybe he was trying to glaze me even further. Like, I'll try to send you more people your way, even though at this point, we're talking early October, some of the momentum was already slowing down. Because remember, this all started in August, okay? So, anyway, we continue on, and so he says it changed his perspective on the situation, but nothing changed after this, okay?
Depuis le 1er mars, 1,5 milliard de bouteilles de plastique sont consignées. Eau et eau pétillante, lait et jus, et spiritueux en plastique. Rapportez-les.
Okay, so I clear out my slot or whatever. Alright, here we go. Here's the results of what happens with PPP and Gundam. Get this, after all of Gundam's tough, scrappy dude talk, let me at him, he bitched out of the interview. I think he's legitimately scared because it became real. That's what PPP has to say about everything. He says first, this guy's a bitch, this guy, you're going to destroy him, here's all the stuff we can use against him. Then he says, after all this time that he's begging us to do stuff, he bitched out. He's a wimp. And here it is, right in black and white. This is not me making it up. This is not hearsay. This is them actually talking shit about this Gundam super strongly, okay? So, anyway, basically he says he has bigger problems to handle, so we're just going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to go after Medicare, alright? And that's really the end of the It's a Gundam stuff. Now all of a sudden, alright, all of these months and months and months later, 7 months later, 6 months later, however many it's been, now It's a Gundam is their best friend and he's going to be on the show with Phil. Do you want to know why? Because it's shooting fish in a barrel. When It's a Gundam was presented with, hey, have a neutral show with Darkside Phil and you'll go at it, he would decline, couldn't do it, can't handle it. But now he's their friend because now they're going to team up against me. So, it says a lot about It's a Gundam. It says a lot about the casino, who literally sat there talking shit constantly about It's a Gundam to make this happen. telling me this is going to be it, we're all going to make money, it's going to be giant, and then they couldn't make it happen. All right? So I want you to think about this. I come up with the idea with the review tech thing. Okay? It works. It's giant. It's huge. I make it happen. It blows up. It's ginormous. Their first two big ideas are let's do a co-op with Medicare. Excuse me, let's do a co-op with Mudahar. Let's do a co-op with, or an appearance with It's a Gundam. They flopped. The one thing we did do together that did okay was the appearance with Josh Moon. All right? Josh Moon being the head of Kiwi Farms. And that did okay, but I don't really think that went the way that, was going to blow up. I think people wanted it to blow up, and it didn't. Okay? So, it is what it is, but the point is, they keep coming up with some of the most half-assed, cockamamie ideas over and over, and they keep telling me to do it. I'm like, are you crazy? This shit isn't going to work. So, just a couple more dumb ideas that they came up with that didn't come to fruition. Then we're going to talk about, you guys are talking about the whole PPP thing offering me a trip to Florida. Oh, you'll like this one. You'll like that one. And because I'm going to show you the truth about that. We got so much to go through, but the thing is, I don't know if we'll have enough time to go through all of it, but I think you're seeing the point here. But we'll get to the end and you'll understand how this all, actually came to the end as it did. So what's the next big idea? Well, man, we're kind of running out of ideas. Can we get Frank Castle to come visit you? No. Frank Castle, the guy who's infamously harasses people to get content, who went to Boogie's house, who does all this stuff, and basically had no boundaries. Of course I don't want Frank Castle to be involved in it, because then he's going to start doing all that stuff, right? So obviously this is not a good idea, but this is their harebrained idea. Frank Castle, let's get him to show up, right? And do either content or show up at your house, right? Like, no, I don't. I'm not going to have that happen. Now, just to clarify, because this has happened years ago too, I just had to clarify for the purpose of this video, folks. I was in a private community for a reason. I was on a private road. It's gated, all right? No one's allowed to come into this community without permission from one of the residents, okay? If you come onto this property and you're not actually supposed to be here, we call the police and you get trespassed off the property and removed. I would never, ever let someone harass me or ever at my house. I would just stay inside, call the police, send people off to jail where they belong. It's that simple, okay? So never was I going to get involved with someone like Frank Castle regardless. It never was going to happen. But, I mean, this is the harebrained cockamamie scheme that these guys are coming up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your genius plan of what you want me to do next, okay? Now, I'm trying to remember if the next one is... Oh, let's see. This is... Oh, yeah. So... Oh, yeah, by the way, just for the record, he did say... It's like, Hail Mary will get a lot of eyeballs if you have Castle, show up. My audience will go apeshit to see him on the show. He says, if you don't open the door and call the cops, it'll be a massive win. So basically, what he's saying is he wants to have Hassel show up so I can call the cops and Hassel can go to jail. Why would you do that? Why would you want him to show up and go to jail? So this is what I mean, like the stuff he's coming up with is just so ludicrous, right? Why would I want to participate in this stuff? Okay? So anyway, continuing on. He basically wants to... What is this, some magician he wanted to get on the show or something like that? I've never heard of a guy with puppets and magicians. Oh wait, this is Steve. This is the first time he told me about Stephen Campion. Alright, or Campion. Now, we want to talk about another bad idea. Alright? For those who don't know, Steve Campion, who is the guy who runs that True Seeker show, who they've had on their show a couple of times, does the UFO stuff. Alright? He basically tries to expose people who are lying about UFOs and extraterrestrials and stuff like that. So he pitches to me that I should do an interview. Well, I should interview Steve on my show. Alright? And I'm like, I don't think that this is something that would make sense because, why would he be on my show? I'm not even interviewing people anymore, but maybe I would do it anyway. I would do them a favor. The thing is, we kind of got busy with doing like smart guys and stuff like that. Okay? And then eventually what ends up happening is PPP contacts me behind the scenes and gets me to do this interview with Steven. Okay? And the interview, as you know, wasn't really an interview. It was just an attack session. Alright? Now, the bummer is I can't show you the one little conversation we had about it before because this was actually took place verbally after we had filmed an episode of Smart Guys. But it was a conversation where basically I said, so you want me to go on Steve's show? I guess I'll do it. But, what's it going to be? And he said to me, oh, this is just going to be like a softball interview. And when he told me that, I 100% knew that it wasn't going to be a softball interview. I knew that he was kind of starting to snake me. But here's the thing. We had been planning stuff behind the scenes the entire time. That Steven interview, all right, was not legit. I knew going into it that he was going to bring up drama. I knew that he was going to be talking about the drama. Like, it wasn't like he blindsided me and snaked me. The point was that we were supposed to milk the detractors, okay? Yeah, see, he's talking shit about Broside Phil, who showed up on that show. And he says I owned them, and I'm like, I know I didn't own them. I came off poorly on that show because it was just the same retreaded shit, right? So here we go. After the show ends, I basically say to PPP, listen, I didn't appreciate the way that show went down, and here's why. If I had known that he was going to go as hard as he did in that True Seekers interview, I would have actually given him more to work with. We actually could have worked together to blow this up bigger. As it is, all that's going to happen now is the same detractors are going to show up to his streams and probably throw him money, similar to what happened with Side Scrollers after they did their interview with him. Okay? Well, here's his response. You made the guy's career, and I really like him. I want him to do well. I appreciate you doing a good favor. I think it's going to bring attention back to the DSP ecosystem and energize your supporters, and there's future business in it. We subverted the detractors. My guy is their new hero, and we can take their money now. So he's outright saying here, yes, the entire thing was orchestrated. We're only doing it to milk the money from the detractors. It's not that Steve had actually did research, got anything interesting. They just know that anyone who talks shit about me, essentially, is going to make money from my detractors. So the whole Steve thing, I was aware of ahead of time. It was a complete setup on purpose to milk the detractors, but the detractors are too stupid to figure that out, so they still kept going to Steve's streams to give him money. So literally anyone who comes to Steve's streams to say have to go through the same shit about me, the same retreads, the same crap, okay? It's the same stuff, man. And he's only doing it to milk money from you. Just like Stuttering Craig milked the detractors for about a year there. And people kept going back and throwing in money every time he did a stream about me. So, it's like I said, this is not anything new. It's just that my detractors are so fucking brain dead that they don't understand that they're being milked every single time that this is happening. Now, you might wonder, why did I do this, right? Because I wanted to keep the grift going. All right, I did. I wanted to keep it going where I was going to do something with the casino from time to time. I was doing Smart Guys, and Smart Guys at least was doing all right. And I was really hoping that we were going to get a situation where we would get another big thing that was going to happen. But once this thing happened with Steve, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this was the beginning of the end for me back in February, because I was like, there's absolutely no way after this that these guys are going to come up with any good ideas. In fact, the next thing that PPP told me that he wanted to do out of this, all right, was so dumb. Basically, they want me to make Steve the villain of the DSP universe, all right? Here. My plan was to perhaps build up a show where you and Steve will debate a random topic each week and play a co-op game, doing random challenges against each other, and then you guys would split the money. So what is he doing? He's turning it into like fucking a Nickelodeon game show. He really thought that having me on Steve's show and him just doing the usual detractor shit, which is what he did, was then going to set up the DSP super villain universe, where Steve was going to be a villain to me, and we were just going to talk shit and play games, and it was all going to be staged. That's probably the worst fucking idea I've ever heard. There was no way that was ever going to work. No one was ever going to believe that. That is the most half-assed cockamamie stuff. And the thing is that a lot of people don't know, all right? PPP really is jealous of and wishes that he were Keemstar. He wishes that he could set up his own lolcow universe, where he could pit this person versus this person, and they could do drama, and they could do all this crap. That's really what he wishes. He wants his own lolcow live, and then another show, and then another show. That's what he's trying to build up. All right? But it's just an awful idea. It's the same as taking a photocopy of something, and taking a photocopy of the photocopy, and taking a copy of the copy of the copy, and eventually, the copy looks like crap. And this is exactly what he was trying to do, was copy other people's ideas and run with them and see if they would work. But they never would. Now, admittedly, you guys know, all right, I, at one point, had issues with Keemstar. And I don't anymore, because I had Keem on my show back in August. And when I did, we hashed shit out, and I feel it went really well, and I would leave each other alone. We are amicable, all right? I actually have no issue with Keem. Now, would I ever do any long-term work with Keem or anything like that? Probably not, right? Everyone says, we ever go on lolcow live every day? Probably not, because I don't like being indebted to anyone particularly, all right? I don't want to sign a contract and I'm locked in and I'm stuck, doing something that I don't want to do. And I feel like if I did that with Keem, sadly, I might get stuck until I don't like it, I don't want to do it, then I'm not going to put my heart into it, all right? But I've said time and time again over the last many months that I feel that Keemstar knows what he's doing with his content, and I now respect him, all right? There's a difference between, I don't like the content that he puts out, but I respect him for being a good businessman and making the content that, is bringing the butts to seats or whatever, all right? But I'll tell you, man, PPP has a major problem with Keemstar. I don't know why, but he absolutely does, all right? So just to give you some evidence of this, this is when Keemstar publicly apologized to me on X. And this is actually what happened, is that he ended up being on my show as a result and having that really good interview back in, August or September. Immediately contacted me and said, Keem apologized to you, it's disingenuous, but he knows he's taking big L's because of your success lately. This is the wrong one. Hold on, they went to the wrong one. I'm trying to get them in order here. That's the wrong one, sorry. So basically, what ended up happening was PPP kept saying bad things about Keem, and I basically said, well, how can I play into his good graces and make him feel like this is something that I'm going to snake Keem? So I said, I'm playing Keem so hard, wait until you see where this goes. Because I knew from what I'd seen, PPP didn't like Keemstar. So I fooled him into thinking that if I had Keemstar on my show, that it was going to be like an aggressive thing, and I was going to destroy him or whatever. Alright? So, here he is, God bless you, fuck Keem. I honestly thought just a little bit after his apology, maybe something fucking happened with him, but he's really a piece of shit. Right? And then we were talking about when Keem was on the drug stream or whatever. So, here's an interesting one. Alright? All I'm going to say about this one, because this is not one for me to fully talk about. Alright? Because I'm not the only person involved in this one. Alright? But basically, back in the fall, Okay? An opportunity was presented to do content. All right? An interesting piece of content at that. That likely would have worked. Likely would have actually gotten big attention, big support. All right? Now, it just so happened that this idea was presented when I was on my day off. So I didn't even know that it was going on because I was spending time with my family, etc. This is what happened behind the scenes that day. Before I even had a chance to do anything, I get a private message from PPP. Came out into a group chat without talking to me first, or without me talking to you first? Wait, why does he have to talk to you first? I don't get it, right? Why does Dad have to talk to you first? I'm the person involved. I'm the one who's getting an offer. Why does he have to? Are you my agent? Are you my dad? Like, why would that? I don't even understand. It's like interjecting me into this. All right. So there you go. All right. So then, you know, I'm not happy about how fast Keem tries to move things. The moment ideas floated, it makes me big for everyone. Honestly, we should talk about this, but blah blah blah. You should stall. So again, I haven't really had a chance to even read anything or do anything. And PPP is telling me, don't do it. Delay till Monday. Let's talk more. Don't accept the opportunity because it's Keemstar. All right? Why? My opinion is because he wants control of the entire situation. He wants to control, he wants his own lolcow universe, right? So he wants to control me because I'm his talent, right? He doesn't want me to have an opportunity with Keemstar. He's afraid that Keemstar is going to snatch me away and have me involved in other content. And it's disingenuous that Keemstar would come to you for this idea instead of actually, like, you know, talking to the casino first about it. Like the casino owns me or something, all right? Now, listen, you will see, because again, these vlogs are all going live after I end the show, that basically, in this case, all right, in this case, I did talk a lot of shit about Keemstar, all right? But I'm eating into what PPP is saying. I'm trying to make him feel like I'm his guy. I'm his confidant. I'm with you no matter what, all right? Remember, I'm not trying to get into overly drama content, right? I want to do some, but I don't want it to become my end-all be-all, all right? So, in this case, he is completely cutting me off from doing that, from having any say or any opportunity to do any kind of judgment for myself. He's just telling me how to behave. So I'm going along with it. Again, I don't want the sham to end. I don't want him to know that I really don't like him and that this is all me just working these people, all right? So, you know, I did say some stuff, and you'll see it in the logs, okay? But this is me just going along with the conversation to get him to keep going. And eventually, the whole thing fell apart and we didn't do anything with it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I get it, relax, I hate these fuckers. It turns into Keem making dictates and showing zero respect again. So here I am clapping back to agree with him. Oh, yeah, that's how it works. I'm not Wings and Boogie. I won't get pushed around. I don't want to cost you guys any money or views, but I don't see how better. Basically, I'm echoing what he's saying. He doesn't want to do it. He wants me to delay. So I'm just saying, all right, then I won't do it. But it's obvious. He's incredibly jealous of Keem. He wants what Keem has, but he doesn't want Keem trying to pull us into his stuff. He wants to do it for himself. All right? Okay. And then once again, many months later, another offer gets made. All right? And basically, this was one. I'll be honest, I probably may have done something. But this guy, again, oh, he has no idea how to approach you with your business. Holy fuck. It's brain dead over there. Again. So this is just going on. Anytime that there's something going on with Keemstar, PPP is so upset. He wants to be Keem, but he can't get anything that Keem has. All right? And if I try to get, you know, oh, there's an opportunity. Maybe I can be involved with something that has something to do with Keemstar. Oh, no, you can't do that. Delay. Don't do it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll continue on with the embarrassment of PPP at this point. All right, now this one, guys, this one is going to be a good one, all right, to be honest. This is one that he has talked about as if it was some kind of a big positive for him. PPP has said, I offered Phil money to fly out to Florida to paid vacation for him and his wife, and he declined. What kind of a guy would decline, and what, you know, why am I suggesting, how do you say I'm a bad guy when I offered him this, all right? Here's the truth of what actually happened in the situation. So recently, PPP has been saying, oh, fuck pro wrestling's for losers, pro wrestling sucks, pro wrestling's awful. Also, I was always the butt of the joke when it came to Hogan, because it was Phil's pulling Hogan's in WWE Champions the mobile game, right? That was always the thing. Well, guess what? This guy is a much bigger mark for wrestling than I ever have been. This guy is a huge mark for Hogan. I mean, in the first episode or second episode of Smart Guys, he shows off that he bought all these collector's belts. He bought the Hogan belt, he bought a Bret Hart belt, he spent all this money on belts. So what the fuck is he talking about? He's the one who loves Hogan and sucks his balls, talks about him all the time. Like, he was a very small part of one episode of Raw, and he just kept bringing him up every fucking week. I was like, dude, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No one cares about Hogan, he's not even part of the show, really, right? Well, it all came to fruition when this happened. Out of the blue. Hey, Phil, when was the last time you got to go on a vacation or a trip? I know this might be beyond your comfort zone, but Hulk Hogan has a bar in Tampa Bay called Hogan's Hangout. And for the Super Bowl this year, he's going to be at the bar with a bunch of other wrestler friends. I think I'm going to fly out to the event and rent a table. I want to offer you to pay for your flight and hotel if you want to come down for the weekend. We can drink and hang out. You can film videos, and it could be a tax write-off. You know, I know it's crazy, but it's something fun that we can do. Maybe we can meet Hogan. Okay? Now, you might say, does that sound like a paid vacation for Villain's family? No, because it's not. All right? I have been talking with these guys for months. All right? Night after night, behind the scenes, making them feel like I'm their friend, building up confidence. Particularly PPP was the one who I talked to the most. All right? And out of nowhere, we had never had any plans to ever do anything, you know, in person. We never, you know, oh, let's hang out. No, it was, you know, it's a business relationship. It's supposed to be work, right? All of a sudden, he takes it to the next level. All right? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, when I see something like this, I actually feel bad. Because it's two things. Number one, it definitely means that the trick worked. That even though these guys at a moment's notice are ready to snake me, no matter what, because everyone knew that from the start, right? Everyone knew they were going to turn on me no matter what. All right? We knew that. But number two, if he's offering me this, I don't know if this is an offer of, oh, we're friends and we want to go hang out. I'm going to be honest, I think this is a cry because he's very lonely. He doesn't really have anyone to spend time with, which is probably why he would chat with me at night so often, you know, in the middle of the night. I mean, look at the time with these texts. It's the middle of the night. For me, this is the time that I'm getting ready to go to bed. For him, he's in East Coast of Canada. What is this, like 5 in the morning? And he's sending me these texts talking to me about this stuff? Like, what is this, right? So, obviously, I think this guy's very lonely. I don't think that this guy has any friends. I think he's burned all his bridges. I think Andy is his business partner when it comes to the casino. But this guy doesn't really have anyone to talk to about wrestling. He doesn't have anyone to talk to about anything. So, after having done this work with me for many months, and then all of a sudden, you know, doing Smart Guys and seeing, hey, we both do have a affinity for pro wrestling, he reaches out to me in this way. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm very embarrassed when I get this. Because, number one, all right, I'm friendly with this man from a work perspective. I'm not necessarily considering this guy a close personal friend or anything. He probably thinks that way because I've been feeding him these lies for months and months about family members and shit to get out of stuff, so I don't have to get wrapped into his drama shit. That's awful ideas that aren't going to work. Okay? So, basically, I'm like, damn, he definitely, you know, he's lonely, he's not full. I'll be honest, maybe a little bit gay, I don't know. Again, that's not anything bad if he is gay, I don't know if he is or not. I really don't know his sexual affiliation. I'm not trying to say he's gay, but it's a little weird when someone you've never spent any time with in real life all of a sudden is offering to fly you across the country, all expenses paid, to a bar in Florida to drink and see Hulk Hogan. I'm like, this is a little gay. Okay? Just being honest. Okay, now, for those who don't know, I'm happily married. My best friend is my wife. I said time and time again, if I'm going to spend more time with someone, it's going to be my wife. It's not going to be PPP spending time at Hogan's bar in Florida, brother. So I very respectfully declined. I said, maybe if it were 10 years ago, this is something I would have been interested in, but I tied down a Virginia, Washington. I couldn't in good conscience go on a trip without my wife because I want to spend time with her. So what he says is, I would pay for her to come too, and we'll set up Jasper with a sitter. No pressure. I know it's a lot of, again, the health issues, you know, with my wife that we mentioned and stuff like that. And then he said, oh, I want you guys out of the house. That's something the distractors can succumb forever. That's not true. A moment ago, you just said you wanted to fly me down and spend time at the bar. Now all of a sudden, it turns into, oh, well, now I want to fly you and her out because I want to get you out of the house to basically spike the distractors. That's not what it was. What happened is he got embarrassed because he saw that I declined and said, nah, you know, dude, it's not like that. I don't like you like that. I got a wife, you know. And he's like, oh, shit, let me spin it out that, oh, it was actually, you know, his wife and his family, all right? Ridiculous. So anyway, again, I would put you with a Hilton by the beach, and then I feel bad for crushing gas. It's all good, right? It's just so bizarre. Like, so he basically 100% thought that everything that I ever told him was genuine, when most of it was bullshit. Okay? And quite frankly, that was one of the most embarrassing moments because he actually thought that, like, I was like, you know, a close personal confidant of him, when I really hadn't told him anything that was anything secret whatsoever. None of it was real. You know, it was all bullshit. That's what I mean, like, all this week. Every time that they're doing Kingdom Casino, they're like, here's something, a big revelation. Phil has a rabbit that died. Phil's wife was sick and she found religion. I'm like, it's every lie I've told him to get his confidence over the last 8 months, and he's spewing them out to the internet like there's some big deal. The truth is, even if they were true, that's still fucked up. Like, that's supposed to be private, personal shit that you never would have to tell anyone, but yet you're doing it anyway. Even if it were true. Now, it's not, but even if it were, man, that's fucked up. But the thing is, his audience is so dumb and stunted that they think that that's, oh, he's saying he's spilling the tea, this is exciting. It's not, it's fuck. If you had said something to someone in confidence like that, would you think that they would go out and publicly say something about it later just because they broke off a business relationship with you? And by the way, we're definitely going to look at that, all right? Because I absolutely know that you guys want to see how it broke off and how it ended and how unhinged PPP became at the end, okay? Let's continue because we got more, all right? You know what? We really haven't done anything with Andy. We haven't, so I feel like we should do a little bit. To be honest, you know, I know Andy apparently doesn't like me, but I barely talk to the guy, so I just don't know him that well. And I don't know if everything he's ever said is a sham or a ruse. I don't know if he just goes with everything that PPP tells him. All right, very well, it could be that he just goes with every single thing that PPP tells him he's a pushover. All right, I don't know. But, you know, we're in a situation here where I barely ever spoke with the man. And so it's very odd to me that we had people saying stuff like he's your gaming soulmate and shit like that. But I mean, if anything, when I talk to him, he would be afraid of stuff. Like, for example, in this case, right after we had done like the first appearance, all of a sudden their Clips channel put up a clip of me on the channel And Andy was legit terrified that I was gonna see that and think that they were sneaking me already. And he didn't want this initial relationship to end, and he kind of reached out to me apologizing profusely for that. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake, right? And then we were talking about gaming collabs. This is another thing. We keep talking about every once in a while games and gaming collabs and things like that, but they never happen. And again,
when injustice strikes, we must strike back. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Watching Joe Rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't like my savings account.
BMO has 2 special ingredients to grow your savings. Great rates and no monthly fees.
You're hired. April.
Gotta be faster than that.
The only thing that can surpass the beauty of your eyes is the out of your eyes. Optorizo, we see you like no other.
again, I don't know if that was just a case where they thought that gaming collabs would not work on their channel. I think the Chain Together collab worked well. I think the only reason the Black Ops Zombies collab that we did on Halloween didn't work so well is because that game doesn't really allow you to interact that well, because you gotta kill zillions of zombies. And also, I was drinking and we're all tired from I was doing a marathon, so it's not gonna work as well. If you did a different kind of game, there's tons of games out there that we could have done, but it was never, it was always, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, and we never did it. Instead, it was, can we do this drama, this piece of shit drama, and none of them ever worked. So, that's why stuff fell apart. So when Andy's coke allegations resurfaced, 100% I reached out to him to be nice to him again, just pushing forward the ruse that I'm their friend and I got their back, you know, as Review said, sipping for them, saying, don't worry, I got your back, you know, I got my own detractors, you know, stuff like that, okay? Then there was the pedo arc where apparently it was leaked that these guys had gone on a vacation to Vegas, and in that vacation to Vegas, the person who had financed the entire vacation was one of their followers, and he was a pedophile, and he had been outed, so now I was like, dude, you just lifted the $100,000 from a pedophile to go to Vegas or whatever, and I didn't know anything about it, but all of a sudden, Andy starts hurriedly sending me all this stuff about this. See? Your detractors in RTO are trying to say I'm a pedo and snorts your video. Here's the deal. I'm at the end of RTO accusing me of watching the video and exposing it was all bullshit. Everyone's trying to sweep that. Mr. Medical made an entire video explaining it's all. Like, why would I care about this? He's already sending me to this like it's important. Now I don't care. But he's so terrified. You know what I'm saying? That this is gonna actually like resurface. Let's see here. Where's the one? Oh, I forgot about this. Alright. Here we go. So after he had brought up the coke allegations, alright, he says, I've been sober since November 10th, 2023. To bring up my past addictions to try and make you hate me. He said, I believe you. Even if you weren't sober, I'm reading because I know my camera's blocking it. Even if you weren't sober, it would be none of my business regardless. Why would I care? They're stupid like my own detractors. And he says, yeah, exactly. If I wasn't and I ran a good show, wouldn't that be impressive if I was doing coke and putting on a good show? Wait, what? Did you hear what he just said? He just said, hey, if I am still doing coke, isn't that fine because I'm still putting on a good show? Oops. You probably shouldn't have said that. But, you know, then of course, he did say, I will be fair here. But I'm not, so thanks, man. But I mean, that's pretty crazy that he just said that, oh, I'm doing coke and I'm running a good show, it's fine anyway. Oh, but I'm not on coke, by the way. Like, anyway. So the last thing, I mean, there's tons here to go into, but I know I only have probably about an hour left that I want to really bother with this shit. So, basically, the one final thing that I'll say about Andy. Alright? This, I don't understand. I'm completely confused. I have no idea what this is in relation to, but this one threw me for a loop. To the point where I was shaking my head and scratching my head. Alright? It's Valentine's Day. Okay? It's literally the middle of the afternoon on Valentine's Day. Keep in mind, again, I don't talk to this guy a lot. The logs that I have with him are 100 kilobytes. The logs I have with PPP are over a megabyte. So it's 10 times more. I talk to PPP than him. Okay? Well, yo, why'd you unfollow me? I hope you're well anyways, dude. Keep well, brother. Huh? And I responded later on in the day when I just happened to open it. What, you mean here on X? I didn't unfollow you, Andy. I don't think I ever followed you here, laughing out loud. I do follow your Casino Clips channel. You come up from time to time. I've been busy, but I don't watch your show. I've been, you know, I haven't watched it in ages. Oh, okay, base. Huh? He had time in the middle of Valentine's Day, out of nowhere in the afternoon, to message me and ask me why I unfollowed him on X when I never had followed him on X. Sure, bro. So, pretty weird. No, I don't know. We got PPP offering to fly me out to Florida to go to Hogan's Bar and have drinks with him. Kind of gay. Kind of weird. All we have is a business relationship. Why are you bringing this shit up? Why would you? It doesn't make sense. Then he tries to like backtrack and cover it up. I say, well, I'll fly your wife out there too. Like, no, we're not doing that. All right. And we got Worski coming out here on Valentine's Day asking me why I unfollowed him on X when I never followed him on X. Why is he checking to see who's following him on X? What prompted him to do this? I have no idea. It's very fucking weird. Okay. I don't know. All right. Continuing on, because there's still so much more. Just FYI. All right. I just want to bring this up and be very transparent about it. Okay. The one thing that kept coming up over and over and over was Mr. Medicare. All right? Now, I don't know anything about Mr. Medicare. All right? At all. I don't know anything about Mr. Medicare. I don't know why they wanted me to do content with Mr. Medicare. But it was their idea from the get-go that I would actually be doing content with Medicare, that I should keep reaching out to Medicare, that he should be on the show, I should do a show with him, even if they can't do it, I should just do a show with him individually. And it was like, so the guy's sick, all right? From all reports, the guy's in freaking hospice care. All right? Why would he want to do content with me? So I don't know anything about it, right? And they're insisting you should keep trying. Don't give up. Wait a few months, try again. This will be the biggest thing ever. And the only thing that I can read out of all of this is that these guys, or at least PPP, all right, idolize Medicare so much. Like he's their daddy. He's their idol. They really wish that they could be Medicare. Like, they really wish they could be Keemstar, but they don't like Keemstar. They don't like the way he operates. They don't like Lolcow Live. They wish they could have their own Lolcow universe. But when it comes to Medicare, he is their absolute end-all, be-all guy, right? 100%. They love this fucking guy. They want him to be with them in their content. They want him to praise them. And it's just absolute craziness the amount of times that they would keep bringing him up. You know, Medicaire's back. He's able to do stuff. He's streaming on Halloween. Again, I'm not bringing it up. They are. And I keep seeing they. It's actually Ashton, PPP, keeps bringing up Medicare constantly. All right? Seems as if we're engaging in a way. Maybe saying this, you did a Halloween show. Maybe it's all involved with that holding up. So maybe try to do it directly. Again, you should try to do stuff directly, right? Say you should give a Christmas gift to the internet by coming on a Level 1 podcast next Tuesday. So yeah, no lie. Every single time that I had anything to do with Medicare, I brought him up, I reacted to his documentary, all this shit was because PPP told me to or was egging me on and said, this will become great content, you need to do it. In reality, I don't care about Mr. Medicare at all. I have no ill will towards him, but I also don't like him. I just kind of neutral, don't give a shit. All right, so whatever, let him be, right? Let him be. But they keep bringing, I see that PPP can bring him up constantly. The only way to get to talk to Medicare is public appeals. His DMs are closed. If you offer a specific date, week or two from now, you might put on enough public pressure. I think he wants control over the situation. There's a big dream crossover. I would like it to happen. So again, he's got me reaching out, saying Medicare's name, bothering Medicare constantly to try to do this content. And I don't care. I don't want anything to do with this, but I'm doing it because, again, I'm trying to stay in their good graces, make them feel like I'm their friend. All right? And I feel bad. I legit feel bad that, sadly, Medicare might have actually got bothered by this if he really is sick, you know? And he's having all these issues. All right? So, I just don't want anything to do, you know what I'm saying? I don't, okay? All right. So, we went through all of that. We're almost done. Basically, what I think I want you to end, all right, is to explain how it finally fell apart and all of that. Okay. So, oh, by the way, FYI, should I give you guys the links now? Or, you know what? No, I'll do my final segment and I'll give you guys the links and you can feel free to go through all of this. No, guys, I know people are saying Regon, Ethan, Rel. I'm almost done with this, all right? I'm going to be basically going for like another half an hour. I just want to explain the end of this and why I ended it. And I want to show you how PPP has behaved since. Because he's become completely unhinged, which is why he's doing what he's doing and why I'm doing this. Okay? So this will be the end, right? Like this last segment. And then I'm going to give you guys the links and you can feel free to go through them yourself. And you can enjoy. Because again, this is all something that I had orchestrated since the beginning. And they bought it blind and sinker. All right? Which, by the way, you guys don't even realize something, but I'm going to bring it up in a second. All right? Which is actually the culmination of all of it that just happened to happen today. Okay. So, lastly, why did it all fall apart? All right? Why did this all start happening? Okay? So basically, after I did that show with Steve Cambion, all right? And the fact that this show was meant to set me up, it's obvious. Up to then, these guys had kind of been transparent about everything, and I kind of felt like here's the deal. If you really look over the whole history of what I did with these guys, the initial meeting where I did the first show with them, the React to Review Tech USA documentary, right? And, of course, me going and doing that Josh Moon interview, I would say were all gold, and that was a month of good stuff, right? That was amazing. But after that, literally everything these guys came up with canceled because they have no fucking clout. Mudahar cancels and ghosts them and doesn't talk to them anymore. It's a Gundam, which they claim is going to be the slam fucking dunk of content. Cancels, won't do it, bitches out, and then they destroy him behind the scenes, calling him a pussy, saying that, you know, big talker, but he won't do any content. He'll only do content when he's shooting fish in a barrel. He'll never do an honest show with anyone, okay? Medicare, Medicare will be the best, the big one, the big win. Can't get him, can't get him, can't get him. All right, you try by yourself. That doesn't work. So every idea they're coming up with, awful, 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 none of them work. A few little pieces of content that we're trying to do, for example, when we did the Zombies co-op, it doesn't explode or do much, right? So what am I left to do? You know, actually, to be honest, at the beginning of this year, I was probably going to cut off contact with them at that point, because I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it anymore, but I was trying to figure out the way out. Or I wanted to do it in a way that made sense. And basically, we were starting up Smart Guys, and I was like, you know what? Let's figure this out together. Let's do Smart Guys and see how it goes. And if the show does well, all right, then we'll keep going for a while, and I'll play it by ear. But if the show tanks and doesn't do well, then instead, I'll cut off with these guys and we'll be done. All right, so this long con started off great. I get a giant surge of views and support, and it dies out within just a few months. And I'm like, these guys, I thought that they were big shit. They're not. These guys are pretenders. They get hyped because they shit on others, but they don't actually have the clout or connections to really make the content that they think they do. They want to be Keemstar, but they're not. They hate Keemstar because they can't be Keemstar. All right, it's just ridiculous. So maybe I did get into bed with the wrong snakes. Here, I thought I was the king snake and I was going to eat them up, but these guys aren't doing anything for me at this point. Like nothing's working anymore, right? So what the hell? What a waste of time. Okay? So after the Steve interview, when essentially that went so poorly, and it went poorly for everyone. Steve looked like an asshole because he kept yelling over me. It wasn't a good interview. Nothing new was actually revealed during the interview at all. It was just the same detractor shit, and all that happened to the detractors threw money over at Steve. All right? Which is exactly what happened with Side Scroller. It's the same as the Side Scroller shtick. So it's nothing surprising here. It's just exactly what we all expect. Correct? Okay. So all of a sudden, I started noticing that PPP is now starting to insult me and saying like snide remarks and comments. I've been doing it all along on the show, but it seems like it's starting to escalate. All right? It is starting to escalate badly. Like on the show, the Grill Phil segments, which used to be like 20 minutes, are now becoming an hour. And it's not even interesting. It's not even paying off. The Grill Phil, which is, again, this is Ashton's idea. Let's grill Phil on Smart Guys for a whole hour. It's not getting us views. It's not getting us support. It's not getting us anything. All it's doing is wasting all of our time and killing our momentum. Because in reality, people are coming to Smart Guys to watch wrestling commentary, not see me get grilled. He thinks they are, but they never did. They never came there and supported because of that at all. Okay? So, this is basically where things start to fall apart. All right? And basically, and again, you're going to see when you read through the log, all of you will, me saying things, you know, about my family members and stuff. He wants, you know, we're talking about flying places. I say I can't fly because, you know, I don't have a real ID. My mom is sick and all this stuff. But again, it's the same shit, the same spiel, just trying to continue on and get out of doing the shit I don't want to do because it's dumb shit that he keeps bringing up. Okay? So basically, I sent it to PPP. All right? Are you snaking me on Tuesday with Steve and you got your dates wrong? There's tons of people in my chat saying Steve will come on the casino on Tuesday, but that's what we do, Smart Guys. So I have no idea what's going on. In my opinion, I'd be hurt if this were the case, but not surprised. And again, you guys have done so much for me, I move on and ignore it all, but it would be nice to know if we're actually doing our show. So even thinking that after the Steve show, which was a snaking, that PPP might snake me again, all right? PPP says, no, he's screaming, right? In the beginning, it was a big deal. You're a legend from the past. I'll give you a massive audience in a new way. Help you make thousands shitting on RTU. You're able to get a whole brand new setup. You're getting too stuck in your ways when it came to being partisan in politics. And I want to do drama. I want to do it your way still. And you've never grabbed that brass ring. You let impression slip with bad performances on the casino and doing the same old content on your show. It wasn't appealing to a broader audience. I went for fun because I like you decided to take a day out of my to do wrestling with you. And several times, let you keep the penny. That's a few times he did let me keep all the money on the show, and I always told you guys that too. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink. You said you would have been okay with Steve doing a pressing interview like this. You would have agreed to it, but your reaction today has proved anything but. It's false. Our reaction was, you should have told me exactly what Steve was going to talk about, and that it was going to be a detractor interview, because then we could have made it good. Because you didn't, you sucked. It didn't benefit me. All he's going to do is get detractor dollars, and this is lame. We could have done more with it if you were transparent with me, but you snaked me on it. Why weren't you transparent? Okay? So he's still going. Although you have your content to be interesting for people to watch, ultimately your content to sit in a slowly dwindling audience. And you're praying to God for a new whale to fall from the sky. Alright? So. Now, because you did a favor for the other guy on my team that doesn't impact you in any real way other than you provide your spiral and lash out, that's disappointing. Go ahead and be a victim and make us out to do whatever you want. But I did try. And then I apologized and said, alright, I don't think you're going to snake me. Okay? And then he did. Alright? But the truth is, let me find it now. I already told you, the idea was that he wanted to build up Steve as some kind of a super villain character, that we were going to play games and go back and forth and insulting each other. Super boring. Who the hell was going to care and who was going to believe that? No one. No one was going to believe that. That was so unbelievably dumb. Like he was going to be like evil Neo, and I was supposed to be the the hero facing off against evil Neo, but all the detractors throw him money because he's felting me on his show or whatever. It's awful. Alright? It really is. It's like grade school level shit. It's something you would see on Nickelodeon. It's not something that you would expect for content on the internet that's going to be popular. Everyone would have cringed. So at this point, I'm like, dude, I gotta find a way to get out of here. Really, like, I have to get out of this situation at this point. Okay? So I said, so here we go. Opinions on the last Smart Guys are split. Of course, it's doing incredibly well. Once you find a proper balance, it'll work. But we need to shorten the show. I need to know the topics of Grillville earlier so I can prepare, and the show will go better. And, here we go. You laughing at the joke of my wife looking like Piper Niven was not cool, even if it wasn't intentional. I'm not trying to cause problems, but next time I'm going to say something, it's going to be uncomfortable. I have more than enough shit going on, and you know that. Alright? So I do confront him about him saying shit about my wife. Because this was actually the first time he had ever done it in front of my face. Up to now, the only time he had ever said something about my wife, okay, was actually on his content. So I wasn't even aware. People would send me clips. People would say, are you aware he's insulting you here, there, left, and right? And I'd be like, no. But then again, I'm not really paying attention. I'm not watching the casino every day. I have no intention of watching the casino every day. I don't want to be involved in it, right? But then he's sneak dissing me and my wife there, and then he's doing it on Smart Guys, right? So he says, let's take it back to the basics of wrestling. Okay? This is the rabbit conversation which you guys are going to find, which is all bullshit. I needed to delay Smart Guys. I didn't want to do it that night, so I just made something up, but he believes it because he's gullible. Now, here we go. This is last week, and this is when the crap all hit the fan. All right? FYI, trolls went crazy hard on my stream today, bombarding me with messages saying that you called me a lazy POS on the casino last night. You called my wife fat and more. I ignored it, but that's apparently their narrative now. Then he says, oh, I'm sorry. I was doing that routine. I honestly think you should take a few days to recuperate and have some stiff drinks and watch shows with your wife. Everyone can see you're having a great tough time right now. I feel badly be affecting you in any way. I'm going to lay off with the smart ass stuff, try to rest up, things will get better. I'm worried about you, so take care of yourself. Have some weed. And I'm only partly kidding. Alright? And I said right here, I accept your answer, but I told you I initially be making fun of Cap on Smart Guy, so why are you doing this on your show? I'm trying to understand it. I have a friend full of light now telling me to sever ties with you, because you're not my friend and you're using me. And what is he saying? It makes sense if I find something funny to say, I'm going to say it. I find what is taboo, boundary pushing to be funny and shocking in a way. Alright? So I feel bad that, you're going through any hard time. I like to push buttons anyway. I went too far this week. I wasn't treating you like a person, more like content, and I'm very sorry for that. So again, he's apologizing. But what's the point of apologizing if you do it anyway? When you're apologizing for something, but then you're doing it anyway, it doesn't matter. You already done it again and again. Your apology is invalid if you keep doing the bad thing. So at this point, I know that his apologies don't mean anything either. So what does he say? I want to make it clear, if you do want to cut ties, I completely understand, and I think that he'll do well no matter what. It was at that moment that I decided I'm going to cut ties with this guy. Alright? He's saying, he's apologizing, saying he's sorry for what he did, but basically he cannot control himself. Okay? So, you can cut ties and we're all good. Alright? So, I said that's pretty much what I thought you were going to say. I have thick skin, I get it. Now people are 100% thinking that you're using me. I don't know what we're going to do moving forward, basically. We need boundaries, And he says, I happen to like that there's different ways to interpret what's going on, and it's not very straightforward, I think people get invested. I see that you're crashing out. Now, this was the next day's podcast. This was the podcast I did last week where I said I have 3 options. Option 1 is being a sellout. Option 2 is being a massive drama queen villain for the internet like PPP wants me to be. Or number 3 is to go to the third room and go straight down the middle. Alright? He thinks that's crashing out because I don't want to do path 2. Little does he know that all along, this whole thing has been a setup. I've lied to him for 8 straight months about all this shit. I'm only going along for the ride because essentially I wanted to get more views and money and give myself a boost. I don't really like him. I think he's kind of disturbing. Yeah, he doesn't get it. So, yeah, anyway, he thinks I'm crashing out. So I said crashing out means I want my wife to be treated with respect. There's no way I can justify or defend your insulting Cap for no reason, even if it's getting a rise out of your audience, right? You apologize to me for it, so either you know it's wrong or you've been disingenuous, right? My wife's taking some time off, you're kind of seething and lashing out in all directions, you'll just never understand that you don't have to respond to everything and see. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, then I looked at his Twitter, and this was on his Twitter. It's a fact, I'm not sure why there's so much hostility surrounding observing reality. So basically saying it's okay to insult your wife. It's just okay to insult your wife. Okay? It's fine. I can just do whatever I want, I can just insult your wife as much as I want. Alright? Okay? So I said, here's the thing. Way back, a month before, when I had done the podcast, or the show, the interview with Steve, I was told both by PPP and Steve, because you did that, you took a giant beating, and now Steve took all this money from your dumb detractors who are so stupid that they throw money at Steve, okay? We're now going to say we owe you a favor, so whatever you need moving forward, you need that favor. You'll find that in the logs, okay? Because I'm going to put them out there. You're going to see it, alright? Well, here we are, and I say, you know what you could have done? You could have just said that you owed me a favor, alright? That's all you had to say. And after, because of that, you're not going to insult Cat anymore, because you owe me a big favor, right? And I said, right here, I hope it's not here. People in Becky Jar are saying you insulted Cat again. This was the last Wednesday, so their second show of the week. I really hope that's not true. I'm going to go to sleep. I feel like shit after this week of stuff. I'm sure I'll be bombarded with clips in the morning if this is true. I wake up in the morning, and here's what I have. I owe you nothing, you fucking F-word. And it'll be a cold day in hell before I'm scared of you. Why don't you bring me on tonight and see how it goes? You really wanted to flex nuts. I'm so sick of your shit. You threw everything I did in my face yesterday with the third path lazy bullshit. You have no gratitude for anything. The whole big dog routine, and you're thinking you're gonna break me and run the yard? I will fucking show you whose yard it is. You escalated this, and I want a scorched earth drama campaign, I can give you that in spades. Okay? I have no idea what he's talking about. Literally, I did one podcast where I talked about I have 3 paths, and the next podcast I said, if this guy insults my wife again, I'm breaking ties and I'm not making content with him anymore, because I don't have to continue to do Smart Guys, this guy's gonna insult my wife. And I said it's alright if he goes ahead and insults me, but he's not allowed to insult my wife. That's all I said. All of a sudden, I'm the big dog who's thinking he's going to break him and run the yard. What is he talking about? So I said, there's no drama. You scorched the earth, you're just doing it to make yourself feel better. You're talking to yourself because you have nothing to say in response. As you said before, it's all the same shit over and over. The same detractor shit is all they're going to say. Okay? I have nothing else to say. On my end, it's done. This is 100% you're doing, not mine. All you have to do is be reasonable and have respect, but you can do it. I think that's sad. Smart Guys was great. What we did together was great, but you can't control yourself. Alright? And this is it. This is where I was going to cut it off. This was literally going to be the last time I ever had any interaction with them. I was just going to go on and do absolutely nothing to do with them whatsoever. I wasn't going to stake them publicly. I wasn't going to do this show today at all. The whole idea of this show was that I have to respond because these guys are literally just going to keep doing stuff no matter what. So I have to at least do something. And if anything, the one thing is that I drop the logs, so therefore they can't make shit up and spin the logs in a way that they're not. Or say, hey, look, here's an edited log to protect us, but here's the part that makes Phil look bad or whatever. So right now I'm about to dump them so you guys can read them in their entirety. All right? Unedited. You can see them. All right? But here's his responses. His completely unhinged, insane, over-the-top, crazy responses. Get a fucking grip, Phil. This isn't about your wife or my comments. It's about you being a stubborn, lazy, stuck in your ways. Word I can't say, but it isn't like getting confronted about your bullshit. You cry victim or pity parties. You gotta be held accountable. You don't need the slightest ever out of your own comfort zone to do anything else but use this shit to try and have it out. You pretend that you're everyone else. Blah, 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 blah. And he keeps going. You have no respect. You your opportunity. You show me my efforts. Zero respect. You show me some respect to you. You don't want to treat you right. By the way, why don't you respond? You're a cow. You've been your entire life. You can hide in your own box. But one day there won't be anyone. He's talking to himself. I'm not reading. I'm not paying any attention. This is like your ex-girlfriend says it's okay to break up with her if you're not okay with her abusing you, and you're like, all right, I break up with you. And then she freaks out and goes crazy and is stalking you and is going to all your friends and relatives and the public talking shit about you and saying awful things. I'm going to reveal this personal thing about you and this personal thing. How dare you break up with me? How could you break up with me? You can't break up with me. I break up with you and I'm not done with you yet. So how could you? That's exactly what it is. So now it makes sense. Him offering to fly me to Florida and then acting like this when I said I just don't want to do any more content with you. Okay? And he gave me permission to break it off. Just a few logs ago, we saw, he said, I understand if this is your decision that you don't want to do content with me anymore. Go ahead. So I said, okay, I made my decision. How dare you? How could you break up with me? I can't believe it. Oh, and he's still going. Look, he's still going. We're not done yet. You know my tweets are right. I didn't read his tweets. I'm not sitting on his Twitter reading his tweets. I don't give a fuck when he tweets. Right? He's still going. Here's what I'll say to you in the end, because this is later. This is days later. I don't want to have to do what I'm doing, because this is after the first show on Friday where you have to talk shit and expose secrets about my life. It doesn't feel good to dump all this on you, but you endlessly escalated the situation. When did I endlessly escalate the situation? All I did was say, you're insulting my wife, I don't want to do combat with, or content with you anymore, we're done. That was it. You were incredibly petty and disrespectful. It never happened. I genuinely want you to apologize for wasting my efforts and let everyone know that it's the case. So let me get this straight. And he says, if you do that, I will drop the entire thing and move on. This is the guy who literally apologized for insulting me and my wife, but then did it again anyway. I called him out on it, and he said, I can't really control myself, but I understand if you don't want to do content anymore. It's okay. I tell him I don't want to do content anymore. And now he says, I need to publicly apologize for wasting his efforts. You told me to break it off if I wasn't okay with the insults. Why now do I have to publicly apologize for what?
Ok, j'ai besoin de ton aide, Gemini.
Pas de problème, vous pourriez essayer avec de la mayonnaise.
Du yogourt grec.
Si vous n'avez pas de mayonnaise, le yogourt grec est un bon choix. La texture est semblable, mais vous devriez ajouter...
Craqué. Cracker Barrel, le fromage qui rehausse vos repas.
Symptômes d'allergie? Heureusement, il y a Réactine. Il agit rapidement et soulage pendant 24 heures. Réactine, on prend vos allergies au sérieux.
Remodino régénérant anti-âge Calming Restore hydrate la peau 24 heures et améliore visiblement les premiers signes du vieillissement.
Are you insane? It really is like an obsessed girlfriend. It's insanity. I don't know why he sent me this. Because he knows I'm not going to do a public apology, but I didn't do anything wrong. Okay? And then we're not even done. He does it again. Listen, there's still an opportunity to end things in an amicable fashion. Don't allow pride to stop you from making the decision that's best for you. And then for the record, he texted me again Monday and says, there's no need for you to ever contact me ever again. You made your decision and it's shameful. That was his last actual text that he ever sent me, right? So I mean, just think about how insane this is. The last thing I said to him was, there's no drama. You're just going to do the same shit everyone else does, all my distractors. I don't care, right? I'm going to ignore you and move on with my life. He sent me an insane amount of crazy, insulting messages, calling me the F word, demanding that I have to apologize when I didn't do anything, right? I actually did what he asked me to do, break it off if I'm not okay with the abuse. But the best part about all of it is, folks, I was never going to stay with him as a friend, as a co-worker, regardless. It was only temporary until eventually I feel like we were going to actually, do something great, and it wasn't nothing great, then we're done. All right, that was the whole plan. I was never actually friends with PvP or Andy at all. For me, it was always a business relationship, but I had to perpetuate the lie. Because these guys have such a bad reputation. They have so much bad stuff going on for them on the internet that if I don't go to bat for them, people will be like, what are you doing? Why are you associating with this bad guy that's doing this and that? I had to give them all these lies to keep them going so they would stop. All right? They would stop doing the bullshit with, oh, you know, maybe they would think that I wasn't being truthful or I was actually fucking with them, unless what you gotta do is you have to give a little, just a little, truth, and then a big lie attached to it, and then they buy it hook, line, and sinker, right? Was my wife sick last year? She was for a little bit. She's not anymore. None of that's going on. But you attach that little bit of truth, and then they'll believe you. So I cased these guys, 100%, okay? Seriously, 100%. This was my doing. I sought them out. I messaged them. I'm the one who had the idea for the Review Tech React and made it happen, not them. And then after that, it was continuous failure after failure on their behalf. They couldn't get Mudar. They couldn't get It's a Gundam. They couldn't get Medicare. They couldn't do anything. It was just, oh, appear on our show and talk shit about Ralph. Who fucking cares about talking shit about Ralph? No one. It's boring. Do something that's particular that will make sense. That you're finally involving me. Not this boring shit. They're not creative. They couldn't come up with ideas that would work. And then they would not blame me. Dude, I'm the person who I am. Now, the only way that they could make stuff work is if I changed who I was. If I completely and utterly became the internet drama guy. Alright? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the internet drama guy. I don't want to waste my time. I want to change who I am. I want to play games. I want to hang out with my audience. But I realize that I'm already in this with these guys, and I got to find a way out. So I bide my time. I wait. We're doing smart. I'm going to find a way out eventually. You know, and they don't have anything on me. Literally, they have a bunch of fucking lies that I fed them for 8 months. Big deal if they throw it out on the internet. All it does is make them look like shit for sharing my private stuff, which isn't even fucking true. So who cares, right? So you saw what happened at the end there. That's PPP. He's unhinged. He's obsessed with me. He's in love with me. He thinks that I'm his fucking boyfriend or girlfriend. He's treating me like I jilted him at the altar, even though he said it was okay to break it off and I don't want to be disrespected. He's freaking out. He's sending crazy texts to me, threatening me. He wants a public apology. He's insane. He's nuts. He's lonely as fuck. He has no friends, no one who will spend time with him, no one who will do wrestling with him. He wants me to fly to Hogan's bar to have some drinks. That's pretty fucking gay. Okay? So, it's all done right now. I'm not having any more association with these guys, alright? And one final thing, because Moon Knight did say, what took you so long? If this was going down last week, why didn't you publicly talk about it last week? Because I had, number one, I wanted to see if they were really going to escalate it and do shit. And I didn't know they were going to do that until Friday, when they did it on the show. And I was like, maybe they'll do one show. Oh, no, they're going to continue this. So those who don't know, to export your content from X, these logs, takes over 24 hours to actually get the logs exported, alright? It takes over 24 hours. You have to put in the log, the request, then they send you the files and shit. It takes forever. Alright? You have to wait for it to show up. Then when it shows up, guess what happens? It's just a browser link, and you can only open it in a browser, so you have no evidence. I wouldn't be able to show you the evidence. So I then had to find a way to convert all of the files over to PDF files. Funny that they're PDF files with these guys. So that I can actually publicly put those on the internet. Alright? So, now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Here you go. The two files. You can watch them or read them for yourselves. Alright? This one is the PPP. Well, I'm not on the right screen. Well, that's a genius level fuck up right there. This is the PPP file. You can see all of the text between him and me. Right there, transparent. I have nothing to hide. I told you. All the shit that I told him that was private was half-truths or no truths. Complete bullshit. Alright? And here are the Worski conversations right there. You can check those out. They are publicly available for you to check out right now. They are not edited. They are 100% unedited. You can read them in their entirety. No problem. Alright? To show that I'm not hiding anything. I have nothing to hide here at all. Alright? And to end in the culmination of all of this, alright, I have one final thing to say. Ladies and gentlemen, as of this morning, I'm a verified member over on Kick. It took a long time, but I finally got verified. So now, I get all the benefits of being a verified streamer on Kick. So, it all comes full circle. Alright, it does. It all comes full circle. Where these guys, their first intention was 100% to use me. All they ever wanted to do was milk me for content, and I knew that. I cased them going in. I saw their stream. I saw PPP ringing the fucking dinner bell. I saw Worski playing the fucking air flute kazoo, acting like they were mentally challenged. Basically being the Pied Pipers to those who for some reason like this really fucking bizarre content of screeching at the top of your lungs or talking with a lisp. I just don't understand it. I don't like it. I outright said many times I couldn't really watch their content because if I did, it actually bothered me like a headache, and like I couldn't stand it. I didn't want to be a part of their content, but I saw this was my opportunity to get in with someone who has some popularity on the internet and finally for once set myself up to get some positive attention. Isn't it funny that when I did, everyone seemed to realize that I'm not as bad as everyone said? Isn't it funny that once finally the actual truthful light was shed on me, everyone's like, he ain't that bad. His content's pretty good. He's a chill guy. This is pretty fun. Right? And I'm happy. I'm happy where I am doing what I'm doing. I'm happy doing non-drama content, doing gameplay, chill podcasts with my audience, having fun every day, doing different stuff. Smart guys doing a solo is working right now. All of that. Okay? I love it. I'm not going to change because these guys think they did me a solid by doing the idea I fucking came up with and made possible. That made us money. Right? Then they couldn't do anything else for me after the fact because all their ideas were awful. They had no clout to make anything happen. Then they're upset that I won't completely change who I am as a person and a creator to personally benefit them. And then at the end, when they say it's okay to leave, and I try to leave, it's like a jilted lover. It's like, oh my god, how dare you break up? Now you're an F, you're this, we're gonna do tons of content, we're gonna do this. It's like you're out of your minds. You're fucking insane losers. They always were. I knew that from the fucking start. This is them. This is fucking them. Is this what you want to aspire to be someday? Yeah, they might have a lot of money because idiots throw them money every fucking day. Is this what you want to look like? Is this your idol? Is this who you aspire to be? These two guys right here? This could have been me standing next to fucking Ashton at the Hogan bar if I went. Why do you think I didn't want to go? This is not my future, alright? These guys might have all the money in the world, but good fucking God, I don't want to be like them. I am me. I'm happy. I'm happily married. I have a great audience that I love, alright? I am never, ever going to waste time on this kind of shit. No one's going to tell me what to do. No one's going to tell me to change. No one's going to hold me over the coals. These guys have absolutely fucking nothing on me at all. Zero. All the shit that they think they have is fake. It's bullshit. It's half truth. It's no truth. They got fucked. Ladies and gentlemen, I king snaked the fucking casino. They came into my collar. They fell for the fucking trap. And I ate them the fuck up for breakfast. I reaped the rewards. And now they're going to come out and be like, we got all this shit. You don't have shit. You have nothing. Zero on me. Now, in the months ahead, you know that these guys are going to pretend like they did. They're going to be like, they don't have nothing. All right? What you've seen in those logs that I just put out there are the only interaction I ever had with those fucking guys. Period. They have nothing. All right? If they come out and be like, well, we got this flaming gun, we got this smoking piece of evidence. No, they don't. Because if there was evidence out there of anything that they were probably going to make up, June the King would have had it in his documentary, and my detractors would have already had it. There's nothing else out there. All right? There's no secrets of the past. I abused women, and I did this. None of it exists. Unlike all these other creators, where all this shit constantly gets publicly exposed over the years, I don't have skeletons in the closet. My skeletons have been exposed over the years, over and over and over. So these fucking guys can talk about me as much as they want. I can't stop them, okay? But I can be past them. All right? So I'm done with it. I'm past it. I have nothing to do with them. I'm now washing my hands of them. All right? The king snaked the casino. I got what I wanted. I got the temporary boost. It helped me. I got verified on Kit. All right? They can go crazy just proving how awful people they are, because that's what was happening to begin with. They were awful people. They always intended to be awful to me. They always were going to snake me. That was always the plan, is that in the end, they were going to turn on me. Why do you think they always had the little snide remark here, the joke here, the over-the-top glazing? That's what it was. No one got fooled except them, because they actually thought that I was buying into that shit when I never was. So, that's that. Now, let it be known, all right? I want nothing to do with any of these drama motherfuckers at all. I just want to be left the fuck alone, all right? That's it. So, next time you have an idea in your head that you're going to try to get me, we're going to team up and snake it, think twice. Because I'm the fucking king of fucking snakes, you get it? You think that the king moniker is a joke? Well, it is. But at the same time, man, it's kind of funny how I can own it, use it, and then I get those fuckers. You're not going to be able to snake me, because I'm never going to give you enough to snake. You'd have to be a moron, all right? So, I'm done with this shit, 100%, and that's where I'm going to leave it, all right? Sad Review Tech couldn't be here, because I actually wanted to do a whole big shit where we were taking the chips away from the casino, and then eventually I was going to, like, maybe at the end, if he went along with it, I was going to maybe say, hey, we're cool, and give him his chip back. But, he wanted to talk about my microphone. He thought that was funny. You want to talk about ruining an event, right? Like, holy shit, how can you ruin an event any possibly worse than that? So, that is it for the Level 666 podcast of how DSP rocked Kino Casino. I'm now done with this shit. I'm not going to speak on it again. Again, if you hear any nonsense from those guys saying anything about me, they have nothing additional. I already gave you anything that they had on me. Anything else they say is completely fabricated and made up. There are nothing else out there. It's all bullshit. I'm moving on with my life. I got rid of the toxic girlfriend who was treating me bad. And I don't care how many times she texts and calls and tells the relatives and friends and everyone on the internet that, I'm a bad person because of this and this, or here's his personal business. It's not going to affect me. All right? I'm going to move forward like always, making content, having fun with my audience. I'm sorry that we even had to do this today because, again, I was just looking to leave and walk away. But instead, I had to do this because they escalated it and got to the point where it was, so now they have nothing to work with. It's all burned. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked the show. It's time to move on and get back to business. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye. Am I not muted now? Okay. So guys, thank you for watching. Sorry about the drama. I didn't want to have to do that, but I had to do it. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a decompression, like I said I would. But my wife is due home any moment from work, and I'm going to take a break when she arrives home. So likely what I'm going to do is Now I'm gonna try to reset up the stream to be a normal stream. Okay? Let's see, let's turn everything off. Oh, let's see, that's correct.
Gemini, peux-tu regarder mon CV?
Cette araignée-là?
Ces instructions-là, elles sont trop intenses.
Bien sûr, partage-le-moi et nous pourrons en parler. Beau chandail, voici avec quoi vous pourriez l'agencer.
Toutes tes fringales livrées à ta porte avec Skip.
Chez Snyder's Apparel, on n'arrête jamais de repousser les limites de la saveur aux délicieuses touchées de bretzel.
That's good. So I think this screen is all working now. Hold on, because I want to set up all the screens to actually be working. I need to get my box that fell there. I hit it with the freaking I hit it with the case. It's such a shame that Ryutek is such a dunce that he didn't want to buy in and do something fun. I mean, he really is the ultimate stick in the mud. I mean, he literally can't do anything fun at all. The whole point was, all right, if we did this and it worked out, maybe I would have had him on again and we could have done like a show together. That would have been fun and interesting. You know, if he wanted to razz me and I could go back again, we could give each other shit. But that was the point of today's show. I think he came in with this notion of what it was going to be, and it never was going to be that. So now he's like, oh, well, let me just start rattling off dumb questions about his microphone. What was he talking about? Like fucking SSD card or something? I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Is he insane? Is he that stupid? Like, why is he bringing this stuff up? Like, all the times you're on my show, we have over 1,000 viewers, right? Things are exciting. Let's do something fun together. No, says Ryutek. Let me be the most boring schlub as possible. I mean, unreal. And he was late as well. That's correct, too. He was literally late as well. So it was just like, on top of everything, he fucked that up, too. Ah, look at this, the camera's wrong. Let me fix this. There we go. I'm trying to fix everything now. Ah, see, the capture device malfunctioned. I knew that happened because it fell, so I gotta unplug and replug that to get that to work again. What happened to, oh, there we go. Okay. Well, we're probably just gonna do this screen regardless. What a shame. Anyway, I gave the links out. All you gotta do is rewind the stream. I gave the links out. They were right on the screen in the browser. All you gotta do is go to those links, okay? No, guys, you have to understand. People are like, why didn't you bring Ralph on? Yeah, that would have been cool, but the setup, I don't have the setup set up to do it. To bring someone up on Discord like that, you have to have it all set up, and I had it set up for reaction, and I closed it all. I would have had to, like, open it fresh and start. It would have been a text stream. Do you want a fucking text stream? Of course not. And I had a lot to do. I wanted to finish by 2. You want the links again? You didn't get them? All right, hold on. I have to fix. Wait, is it on the screen here? Hold on. No, oh, there's one. I think that's just the Worski, though, right? That right there. You see it? Right there in the browser. That's the Worski one. Hold on. How did no one get it? I gotta fix my capture device because it turned off. Casper, turn off. Casper, why do you not realize it? Why do you do that? See if I can get it to work now, sorry. Alright, so now let me see if I can get it to react. There we go. Okay. So we want the links. Alright, this is the Worski link right there. Okay? And that's the PPP link. And that's completely unedited, exported from X. Every message. Alright? Again, the private shit in there is not true for me. Some of it is half truth, but a lot of it is completely falsified to protect myself and to fool these guys. Because I knew that if I gave them anything real, they were just going to try to use it against me, which is exactly what they did. Right? The moment that I said, I'm out, because you guys are toxic and insulting and being disrespectful, I don't want to have anything to do with you. What's the first thing they did? They fucking went crazy and started exposing all this dumb shit. Okay? So there you go. That's why people are like, well, what's completely falsified? It's none of your fucking business. That's the point, isn't it? The point is that as a public person on the internet, I choose what I share with the internet. All right? You're not entitled to know everything about me or my life simply because I am on the internet. It's that simple, right? There's nothing to do, you know, you're not entitled to any information. You don't need to know what's real and what's not. What you need to know is what's going on the stream. If you like the content, if you do, support it. That's it. That's where it ends. Seriously. Nothing else needs to be said or done. All right? Fair enough? Okay. What link is that? Who was able to put the link up for me? Someone put up one of the links. There's 2 links, but someone put up the one. I'm assuming that was one of the moderators.
Oh, yeah. What a nice nap.
Alright. No, you see, that's the thing, too. People are like, man, what you done? You should have saved them, and you should have fucking had people paid for it. Alright. Good. We're not going to do that. There we go. Then you're the moderator who posted those. Those are the files if you want them. Alright? They're public, like I said. Believe what you want, don't believe what you want. But there's your clear-cut evidence of these guys being fucking weird and trying to control me and be fucked up. There you go. Okay.
Ah, feels good.
And to my actual positive viewers, I'm very sorry for all of this. Really, I am. I'm sorry for all of it. All right? I know that after what we went through with the side-scroller shit, right, that this is, you know, stupid shit. But the thing was, these idiots were going to keep dragging us through the mud endlessly until something was done. All right? So now, at least, this bullshit is over. And we can just move on and do, like I said, do my own content as I've always wanted to do. And people can try and stop involving me in their fucking nonsense. Their constant bullshit. I'm so tired of it. Stop involving me in your crap. I want nothing to do with you. Okay? Alright. So, let's see here. So my wife's gonna be home in a minute. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a decompression. I do have a lot of things to shout out. Obviously, you guys have a ton of super chats, which I'm gonna shout out. And there's some tips that came in. I'm gonna shout all those out. If you guys want to contribute now, I think the pop-up should be working. I think. Alright? And I'm verified on KidGuys this morning. And I swear to you, that was not timed. It just happened out of nowhere. Boom. I was like, holy shit, seriously? Out of nowhere? That happened. And yeah, it did. So that's cool. What does it mean? The check mark next to my name means I get a few more features. And I actually believe...
Is the kick good, though?
It means that,
I don't think so. I'm good with Twitch. With YouTube and TikTok.
The only thing we didn't get, I don't think we got any subs. Which I'm not shocked. Because as you know, the heavy casino contingent is on Kick. I would hope that for those of you who watch on Kick and enjoy would still support the channel in some way. But I don't blame if I lose a whole bunch of viewers now over this, if that happens. There's not much I can do about it. But it wasn't my decision. My hand was forced. My whole intention was to get out when the game was good, before I got dragged into and ruin my entire, you know, my whole content creation. I mean, I'm 17 years into doing this. I'm not going to ruin everything that I've done to do drama content for these guys when it sucks. If the ideas were good, I said, let's do stuff with Mudar. Let's do the It's a Gundam thing. Let's do Medicare. If we could have made that happen, I would have done it. They couldn't make it happen. So why the hell was I even with them? Right? What was the fucking point? Okay, so we're going to do, like I said, I'm going to wait for my wife to arrive home, take a break, and then I'm going to do all these shout-outs. Okay?
Oh, feels good. Popping pimples.
Yeah, Rob wanted to come on, but again, I wasn't set up to do it. Like, I'm just leaving out. I opened up Discord, he's there talking, he's interested in possibly being on. It's like, yeah, if I was equipped to do it, I probably would have thrown it in there. Well, at least now I got through it. I got through the time frame I had. We're done now. Alright? Okay. Do a clapback stream with Ralph. I mean, again, I want to be told on this. I want to move on. I just want to do my content. That's it. That's all I care about. Gameplay, chill podcasting, wrestling commentary, Lego Build Night, this fun stuff. That's what I want to do. I don't want to become some ridiculous super villain of the internet. You know? I don't want to become, as fun as it was there, I don't want to become King Snake Phil. Because that's what they, you know, knowing them is what they would have had me do. It's King Snake Phil versus Big Bad Matrix Steve Cameron Canyon. We're the most boring shit, stupidest shit for 4-year-olds. That's what you want me to do? That's the content you want? Are you stupid? Like, what on earth? Why would you want me to do that content? Like, hey, see, again, I'm not like that. To them, the big payday is, let's keep it going. To me, like, I'm done, I'm exhausted, I want nothing to do with that, I'm glad I'm not officially done with them. The logs are out, there's nothing bad there, everything's fine. They can go ahead and try whatever they want, it's all bullshit, I'm done with them, I'm ignored. That's it, I'm done with it, like official. I really don't want anything else to do with this fucking nonsense. I just want to do my own shit, we let the fuck alone, and that's that. I just find it hilarious, I'm not gonna say this, if It's a Gundam is on their show on Friday, he's the biggest motherfucking bitch on the planet. Because if you see how they talk about that guy, they outright said, we want to destroy him, he's an alcoholic, he sleeps with women, he's gonna spiral, he's gonna do all this, they wrecked him. They fucking wrecked him, and the intention was for us to wreck him publicly, so that we could benefit and reap from the detractor community. That was 100% what we were gonna do. And then he backed out. And now, here it is months later, they already did it. The only reason he does content is because it's Fish in a Barrel content. That he wouldn't. Anyone that he can't handle it, a crumble. That he said that's why he does his own kind of content offline. But now all of a sudden, they're not fun with me anymore. They're not friendly with me anymore. So now we're gonna attack them. Wow, dude, they literally ragged on your ass and said you were a loser and you were a scrappy dude. And they were annoyed how much you were contacting them to get on the show and saying not to work with me like a million times. And if you fucking just let that go, you got absolutely no self-respect and no pride. All you care about is your money. Seriously. Damn. Oh, I turned down Hogan's bar. What willpower? What willpower that I turned down Hogan's fucking bar. Right. Oh, by the way, all the bottles are off the screen. There's YouTube. Oh, no, they're not. I don't know why they moved. I'm gonna do a test to make sure that they're working. That's not what I just wanted to test. Okay, it is working. Sweet. So I can do. So all I'm doing is I'm waiting on my wife to be home any moment. When she comes home, I want to spend a little bit of time with her, you know, before, and then for the rest of the stream, like the next 90 minutes or so, we'll hang out and decompress. I have a lot of shout-outs to do, super chats that have come in. If you want to support the stream, you can start now. You're gonna pop up on the screen, and hopefully we'll hit the goal. I mean, I had to do a drama stream. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't hit the goal. You wanna know why? Because people don't come here for drama and support drama when I do it. You get it? That's what these dunderheads think. In particular, couldn't get through their heads. No one cares about ESP doing drama. Alright? The one time it worked was the Review Tech idea. That was the golden opportunity because that was the guy I actually got to meet with. And then when that was done, that's it. I'm done. I don't have anything else to do. I don't even know who the fuck It's a Gundam really is. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I don't care. All these idiots who ragged on me over the year. It's like, I have to do research or whatever. That was the idea that I thought would work. Alright? Really? That was the idea that I genuinely thought would work. Is that, let's do a show where we get my detractors, we confront them, we destroy them and stuff. Let's do that. But no, they never ran with that. So we're going to have a dumb idea like on Steve's show. And he does a scam show where he's you know, Steve attacking me. And then I'm going to be my super villain. We're going to put games together. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's stupid. It's like a child thought at him. He's got like a childlike mind. Right, and by the way, I know that either round was probably watching. No offense whatsoever. I wasn't, you know, me not putting you on the show today had nothing to do with, oh, I don't want him on my show. It was because I couldn't even do logistics. I had all that shit to get through that I wanted to be done in time so that I could actually sail with my wife with the time with her and then do a decompress. So I couldn't, you know, if I put you on, then we would have textured and everyone would have played the texture. Okay? So. Exactly, yeah. You're here to play, to see me play games, to have fun, chat. That's all it is. I know. My viewers are not here for this crap. I don't want to do this crap. Right? I got what I wanted out of this. Alright, you got the collab, it did well, I did an experiment, I said, if I play ball with these people for once ever, will it work? If I play ball with Kino Casino, will we make great content that will continue to work? And the answer was no. The answer was, they didn't have that idea. And that idea was fucking mine. Smart guys, which is the only other thing that we were doing that was working. Guess whose idea it is? My show. So if I want to do this shit, I'll do this shit myself. Or I'll involve people I want to involve, you know what I'm saying? Why do I need them? And they're going to try to drag me through it. You must change, you must do as we say. I don't think you shit. The fuck are you talking about? Who do you think you're speaking to? They're not my fucking competitors. The two guys who sit there out there screaming like banshees at a bunch of drama lolcows. Ooh, really, ooh. It's like a fucking clown show. It is a clown show. The first time I saw Kino Casino, you want to know what I thought? This is a joke. Oh, this is a special show where they're acting out for their audience. Like, this isn't their normal stuff. And I continued to watch. I was like, wait, that's actually their content? Like, this is what they do? Acting like two crazy, like baboons, freaking out on the stream. But one of them, obviously, he's calling everyone fat, he's insulting everyone, he's fatter than them all. And he screams, he's like a carnival barker at the top of his lungs, constantly screaming, ringing a bell. The other guy can barely talk, there's a list. They don't understand that for outsiders go to the show and start listening for 5 seconds, like, the fuck is this shit? This is bizarre. This fucking, this weirdo shit. What's up, real thing, Michael? It's good to have you here today, Jay. Yes, Call of Duty will happen tonight. It will be the late stream, while we're regular late stream tonight. Okay? don't even care. Super Bonchon, that's not what this is about. He goes, I scale of 1 to 10, how felt it is the casino. That's not what this is about. It's not about me felt in the casino. I was never going to do what I just did. I had to do it because they were acting like they were big shits and they were going to leak those DMs. You know they weren't going to leak all that. They were only going to leak the select stuff that they were going to say was my private shit and then things that make them look good, right? Like, show that he offered to fly me to Florida, but don't explain how bizarre it was when he came in, that we don't have that kind of a relationship. Why would he do that? It's really fucking weird. He knows I'm married. Why, you know? It's just weird, bizarre, scary, you know? But they'll spin it in their usual way. Where they're just, everything's great, everything's amazing, we're the best, and, you know, I do it from the real perspective of someone who's going through it the whole time to make it make sense. All right, now that it's all out there, we're done. They can keep going as much as they want, and I'm not going to pay any fucking attention to them whatsoever, okay? Right, again, if I didn't release that stuff, which again, there's nothing bad or damning in that stuff. It's a bunch of nonsense, personal stuff that they never should release publicly. That's half-truths and bullshit anyway. None of it's real. Like I said,
C'est pas pour lui qu'autant de Québécois font confiance au courant de Henry. C'est qu'il a prouvé qu'on peut compter sur lui pour être en sécurité, pour être accompagné des meilleures technologies et pour nous en donner toujours plus que ses compétiteurs. C'est pour ça qu'il est le VUS sous-compact le plus vendu. Le courant de Henry. Parce que comme lui, le WAR n'arrête jamais.
that one of the things definitely was based on a half-truth, but none of it was fully real, okay? There's nothing in there that's bad. It's shit that you would expect me to say if I was a yes man for them, if I was being a yes man for them, to get stuff out of it. I don't know what they thought they were going to have, really. But again, they probably would have lied, they would have spun it, and if I didn't release it first, then they would have said, haha, here's the real thing, they would have tried to fuck me to lie. So there you go. Now it's out there, now they can't do that. No, Mr. I am, they were going to release it. That was the point. That was literally what they said they were going to do. They were saying, oh, TikTok to Friday and all this shit. Well, not anymore. But my only regret is the reject stuff. I thought he would play ball. Again, you can tell, obviously, I did not actually tell him what was going on, right? I wanted him to come on and be like, oh, this is happening, this is interesting. And instead, he is so obsessed with trying to melt me that he couldn't see past that and say, for once, use your fucking pea-sized brain to do something fun on the internet. He couldn't get it. He just couldn't understand that. He ruined it. Because it would have been much better if together we said, let's take some chips out of the case. Let's do... No, he couldn't do it. He had to talk about my microphone and setup. What the fuck are you talking about? Who is here to talk about Phil's mic? Let's cook it. What on earth is happening? I couldn't believe it, honestly. That actually, of all the things, right? I couldn't believe he started talking about his mic. And I'm like, wow. Jets fans, that's not what it is. He didn't believe you. It's hard to buy into something when you don't believe it. Yes, but you understand that you can not buy into something but still have fun with it? That you can roll with something? Even if he detests me, and he doesn't believe anything I said whatsoever, you can still say, hey, it's a fun opportunity. Just have a good time. Let's do it. Don't worry about that other stuff down the line. Because now, I ain't fucking talking to that bum again. He ruined his opportunity. No, all the stuff that I said is bullshit. You don't have to believe any of it. It's all nonsense. Alright? The truth is, none of you should have heard any of it anyway. It was fucking stuff just for their ears as lies. That's why I'm not talking about it publicly, right? Last year, did I say anything about what was going on in my personal life at all? No, I just said, hey, there's some stuff going on. That was it. I never mentioned it. I didn't want sympathy. I didn't want anything for it. Because if I say anything that's actually going on in my personal life publicly, that's how it looks fun. So I didn't want that. That's why I didn't fucking bring any of that stuff up. I tried to keep it growing. But, you know, these guys... Yes, we're going to move fast. Like I said, I was waiting for my wife to get home and take a little break. And then we're going to relax, and we're going to unwind, and I'm going to do shout-outs. There's a lot of contributions that came in during that part. I want to get, and then you guys will be able to do new ones, and I'll shout them out live. I know you were waiting. I told you a couple of you guys did, because it was crazy to have this much to catch up on. No, I don't think Marky was drunk around Edwards. I don't believe that at all. I don't. I think previously he was. You can tell on the streams where he was. Alright, you could. Absolutely. Right? 100%. But, no, I don't think today he was. And probably recently he hasn't been. That was the most comparing I've ever seen RTU. But wow. I don't watch him that often. Every once in a while, I'll just do a, you know. It's just the, whatchamacallit. It's just like every once in a while, see a clip or whatever. That's it. Galaxy Gas. I heard about that. It's like when you just get high by drinking, right? Or us breathing, right? Yeah, it's sad. You're right. RT was only interested in selling the store. He thought he was going to hash it out. We were going to have to speak back before he even made so not even be appearance with stuff. That's, if we were going to do that, we would have done that months ago. He didn't want to do it then. He wants to do it now. I'm not interested in it now. Now you're after me. I want to do a nice fun project and you ruined it. Well, you didn't ruin the whole thing. But he definitely ruined the hype we would have had if we rolled. He refused to roll. I'm not reading the sports by bunch now. We're going to do it when I'm going to do like a 5-minute break. Right to the bathroom, like a little bit in. And then we're going to continue. We're going to do like 90 minutes of hanging out and do all the shout outs all at once. Okay? Okay. Alright guys, it is time for a break. So, enjoy. And I'll be back shortly with the decompression. Sound good? I'll play you some highlight clips while I'm gone. I know most of you are probably leaving. But I will be responding to all of the contributions when I get back. Okay? Here we go. Alright, I shall return. Look for that tonight. Hold up. You son of a prick. Well, that was a bad start. Oh, what the? Whoa, oh, my little lag. Lag, dude. Insanely bad lag. I think, wow, I think look. Holy. Whoa. What is going on? Look at this. What the fuck? He did slide. He slid forward. No, that's not a conveyor belt. He's on an escalator. What is going on here? Hey, what the? Are we deploying? Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I know how to use magic. I know how to do proper combat. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I'm liking this. Son of a bitch. I didn't realize there was a drop there. I thought I could drop down to where I was. I'm so fucked right now because I have no idea where that was and how to get those souls back. I'm completely blown. Wow. Do some research. Don't ever do research. Prepare for something. Like, what do you think about that, Jeffrey? Jeffrey D, what do you think about that? You spoke. You finally said something on stream. Oh, you're such a good kid. He finally talked to me on stream. What'd you do? God! No! What the fuck? Should I throw us on the cliff, dude? What the fuck? Lay it forward. Like this. Yes, okay. No, wait. No, don't do that. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, there's gonna be a learning curve on this game. I received 0 contribution. Okay, it's not that big. Who's next? Oh dear God! The covenant will be fulfilled? Oh dear God, this is a Halloween rebel. Oh wait, Chucky, striking, oh dear God, look at this! Chucky, oh dear God, oh dear God, right, a living doll. Oh my God, flying at Sinister, oh dear God. I can't believe it, Chucky, oh my God, he's oh dear God right now. I don't think, oh my beautiful, someone's not oh dear God. Oh dear God, he's stunned, confused, there must be some lag in the match. Someone's using a cheating tactic. I can't believe it, oh dear God, he's out of the room already. Oh dear God, in and out, destroyed by Chucky. Absolutely obliterated by Chucky. Dude, did you just see that? Did you fucking see that? He did it. The frog splash hit both of them, and he got double elimination. Are you serious? That was insane. Oh my God. Fry Splash still doing it both of them at once. What the fuck was that? You know, this is insane. This game was fucking nuts. Okay, what? Shut up. Shut your mouth. What? Guys, come on. You can put on this game. I need someone to lance this forward. Here we go. Look my video. I'm not child. Sometimes you have to. You treat like a child. Act like one. Let already acting like one. This is start missing shit all over the scene. This is JoJo's. And now box. Here, hold this. Oh, holy shit! Don't shoot me if I throw a box out. What a dickhead. What an asshole. Get out back. Holy shit! Holy fucking shit, did you see that? Oh my god! What was that? That was wild. Isn't it again? Oh my god, look at this game book. Just fall off the fucking rooftop of the house. Oh my god. Yo, everyone has to try this. Go to this neighbor's house and get this game and just run up the fucking side. That shit is funny. Don't Wardell rise up the ranks of Jericho's gang. Did you see what I just saw? What's going on? Look at this. I'm gonna get off the phantom wheel. He's drifting the wheel. What's happening here? Look at this. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is great. I can watch something. Wow, that was fucking funny. So, hold on. Quick say it to understand. That was fucking great. Oh my god, no, you just ignored it. You ignored it. Watch this. Here we go. Yeah, the people safety. Marcano. Milano. Who's Milano? Oh, shit. That was like a fucking strike. He went flying into that. That was awesome, actually. Now Marcano's pissed. Look, come here, look. Yeah, he won't move. He totally won't move now. He's like, dude, you fucking pissed me. Look at him. Damn. Does Cobra want to fight me? Probably. Instant kill. Oh, no. Fly. Look at me in the air. What the fuck? Yo, he did me so hard I flew into space. Yo, he hit me so fucking hard I flew into outer space. That was a little exaggerated, I think, but that was fucking funny. There he is. It's Boss Mode Santa. Jingle the balls, jingle the balls, jingle the balls. Where's that? I had to kick out of the balls 3 times until the water drowned. Santa can't swim. Whoa! That's actually a really good background. I gotta keep this one. I like this. Alright, ready? You know what? Why not keep this on? I like this. I'm liking this right now. Too bad the chair's popping in and out of existence, but it's pretty funny. Alright, let's do it. Alright, everyone, hello. Welcome to the Decompress. I'm done with my podcast for today. I don't think we're really gonna call it a level 1 podcast. It's gonna be a special thing here on the channel. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do shout outs because during that 2.5 hours, we've got a ton of stuff going on. A ton. Lots of shout outs to do. Although I think the deal in the lot of them is going to be get this guy on the show, get that guy on the show, etc., etc. Alright? If you do contribute right now, the should be popping up on the screen. I had those off earlier, now they'll go on. And if you're going to get a shout out right now, I'm here for like another hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's see how that goes, alright? Okay, ready? Alright. So let's do the YouTube side first. We started off with Game Dude became a member this morning. Now, I'm not sure if that was a legit one or not. Apparently it was. So thank you, Game Dude. You're going to do everything, I promise you. Let's go. Let's see if we hit the goal today. It'd be great to hit it, alright? Okay. Let's see here. Gamer Raider, $5 super chats mentioned the tattoo. Well, I saw that wasn't actually the purpose of the appearance. I absolutely could have, because he brought it up. It's hilarious that he actually brought it up himself. Doesn't realize how indie he is. But there you go. Thank you, Brian. $2.79 super chat. Confront him on his obsession. No friendship today. Well, there you go. And I don't think there was any friendship to be had today. Big Boss, $2 super chat. He's very weird crowd. Nah, I do with the headphones to hear him because we were using Discord. Alright, so I had to use the, I had to use the headphones. I wasn't able to So I said, I'll wear that today so I can be the full bill, right? Hello, Voltage to the $2 super chat. All formalities and respect, I've left the building. What?
Lorsque Biscuit rencontra Crème. Ils vécurent délicieux pour toujours.
Allô?
Bonjour, je suis Gemini.
Allô, Gemini?
Comment puis-je vous aider?
Comment ça marche? Je fais juste parler?
On peut parler de tout ce que vous voulez.
Ok, je me l'attends avec Gemini.
Pas de problème. Essayez de mettre du yogourt grec à la place. L'enfant est-il prêt à se coucher? Non.
Est-ce que tu peux le rendre plus professionnel?
Bien sûr, voici une autre version.
Wow, ça c'est utile.
De rien. Aimeriez-vous discuter d'autre chose?
Le tout premier Toyota Grand Highlander, conçu pour les familles qui en font beaucoup, vraiment beaucoup.
Well, I don't know in what particular reference that is. I didn't think that. Too many formalities or respect really left when Rich was here. Cows Jam, $2 super chat. I'm here because of Rich. Well, good for you. I guess you're gone now because he was gone. You shit can pretty fast. The Truckers Who Sat, $2 super chat. Rich is a deadbeat dad with nothing to lose. See, here's the thing. Rich wasn't here long enough. Because he's done. I didn't even get to tell him that I did want to apologize to him. That during the react that I did to Casino last year to his documentary, that his personal stuff about his family and stuff should never have been brought up. What should have been happening was it was left just to what was in the documentary. And since that never happened, alright? What happened? No, there you go. Anyway, no, I was gonna apologize to him and say, listen, if you can be made fun of for the stuff that happens on your street, the things you say and do, the way you behave, right? And I would say, at least in regards to him and his content, I don't think bring up his family law. Every once in a while he's brought up by someone like Super Chat will bring drama. He's not, once there was a time when sadly something happened live and got caught live on stream and he absolutely should be his mic. But I don't think that's a reason. Like, if it wasn't brought up in the Junior King documentary, right? To any significant extent, then why would it be anything that people have to like drag in mud? I don't agree with that. I don't, Okay. So, let's continue. Kyler, $2 super chat. Ralph's the person you wanted for this, not RTU. So this is when everyone started super chatting and saying, get Ralph on, get Ralph on, get Ralph on, get Ralph on, get Ralph on. Right? Okay. Let's see here. Swagmaster Steve, $2 super chat. We want to hear from you, Ralph and Ale. A lot of Ralph fans showed up today. This Swagmaster Steve, another $2 super chat. Get Ralph on. Okay. Jay Walker, $2 super chat. Casino's gonna have a field day. Casino's gonna do what they do anyway. Like, that's the point. Like, you can't stop them. They're gonna keep doing underhanded, fucked up shit. That's how they are. They're not good people. They never were. And I knew that when I started making content with them that they weren't good people, which is why I all went down this way and why I protected myself the way I did anyway. So they'll continue doing whatever they want. They don't have anything on me. Is the point I make. They have nothing. They have the same shit all the interactions already had. They have the same shit everyone's done. There's nothing new. There's no, like I said, no one's gonna find out that when Phil was 22 years old, he murdered someone. No one's gonna find out that I beat someone or being out of an abusive relationship. But this doesn't exist. They're unlike everyone else when their skeletons come out of the closet eventually. I don't have skeletons. All my shit has already come out. So I don't have anything to fear. Why do you think I was okay with all this? Don't you think that if there was something to fear, that I would have not involved myself? Right? Okay. Easy peasy, $2 super chat. Boring. You're scared of Rich, you'll always suck. Wow, I really care. The point was, I'm trying to be entertaining. Alright? I'm trying to put out this content that people are going to enjoy. My viewers don't want to see Rich talk about my microphone. That was the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like I said, well, you don't talk to your mic like this, so you're an idiot. Rich, not everyone has to sound like this, but you're sucking on the mic. Maybe you like to suck nipples all day, and that's why you like this, but I don't need to have the microphone these close to my mouth because it sounds fine over here. And I don't look like a moron. Right? Okay. Big Mac that really represents to bring back the other guy. You didn't even know who he was. You didn't even know that was your detect. Bring back the other guy. Let's see here. A name I can't read. Did a $5 super chat. Brother, you can get Ralph on. Everyone. Ralph. See, if I had known that was going to go that way, I would have actually had Ralph lined up. I would have had everything ready to go, but I did. So maybe I should have expected that Rich was going to, completely botch it like he did. But I guess I'm ignorant and stupid. I should actually give him the benefit of the doubt to be entertaining, but I fucked up. Man, I fucked up, right? Okay. Then I got a $10 super chat from the name that I can't say. Ralph wants on. We all know. We're aware. They probably super chats. So I can't even. This person I can't even put it on the leaderboard. It's a name I can't read. It's a kanji or something. I'm gonna say this. I can't read. Can't read it. It's $10 super chat. Then you can't read it. It's $10 super chat. I wish I could read your name, but I can't. Okay. Let's see here. $2 from someone saying that they're gay 3 times. Saying this is damage control on nothing burger. Forget. Angie. Did they find out gay in super chat? Having beer with friends is not gay. It's totally normal. No, but that's the point I'm making, Angie. We weren't close friends or anything. This wasn't like we knew each other in real life. We worked together 5 times a week. We were buddies sitting next to each other in a cubicle. We hang out and talk and we're like, hey, let's go get a beer together. This was him offering an all expenses paid trip to Florida. Alright, that's insane. You wanted to pay my way just to drink? Doesn't that sound so weird to you? And he's like, oh, you can film some content, you can do a tax write-off? What? Like, what is he speaking of? This is so bizarre. Again, that's odd. That is just really odd. I don't get it. You know, anytime we were talking about business, it was about trackers, it was about content, and wrestling, smart guy, it was never like, you know, hey, we're gonna massively just be talking about other stuff, you know, you'll see those miles, 99%, talking about work and stuff, you know, there is a little bit of small talk in between, but it's not like, you know, that's what I said, I think the guy's just lonely. I think the guy's lonely, he doesn't have any real life friends, he just has people online, you know, and that's sad, you know, it's really sad. I hope that he finds, you know, I'm happily married, my best friend is my wife, I want to spend as much time with her as possible, I don't have time or means to go fly out with other people, and I have no desire to go spend time with other people, I want to be with my wife, you get it? I guess some people don't get that. Everyone wants me everywhere doing shit, all I want to do is stay spend time with my wife, that's it, okay? Okay, did I did, right? Steven Side 12, $2 super chat. Line on your wife is disgusting. Number 1, everything's a how-to means to an end to get these guys off of, you know what I'm saying? So that they'll stop. And they won't try to get me, change who I am, or ruin my content, do all this messed up stuff. I know that they're looking to snake at any moment stuff. You can have your opinions on whatever you want. I don't care. The point is, I wasn't doing that publicly to the people who I actually care about. I was doing it to people who I knew I was in a relationship with that were going to turn out me regardless, and it wasn't intended to be something serious to anyone else, right? I never came out on stream and said, hey, this is happening.